Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. Before we jump into our episode for the night, we do have our first sponsor, Skillshare. Sam, who do we have with us tonight?
Oh my god.
Don't die. Oh.
Rhodey Slater is back, brosifs and betties, but I swapped my waxed up longboard for a gripped down fresh deck. That's right, rad sacks. I've survived a shark attack and I'm changing careers from primo surfer dude to wicked skater bro. And I got all the thrashing moves. Check this out.
No. Don't kill yourself.
What? Oh! That was a crooked Healy Snoopy flip. A kick rail snort grind. And that was a goop troop testy bone.
I thought it was a testy bone.
I did it all on my board. Yeah, my moves might be dialed on lock.
Yeah.
But changing careers can be gnarly. That's why I dropped in to Skillshare. It's got classes in photography, film and video editing, and illustration. But not only that, but also hundreds of career-focused classes too, swiggity. I used Skillshare to explore my career options, learned freelance tips, took a class on redoing my resume, found out how to grow my audience with video marketing all online, which means I had mad minutes to do some new tricks. Like this one that I'm gonna do on my board. Whoa! Oh, that was the O-Town Jodeci. This is the 98-degree Dream Street. And this is
Nailed it.
the Millie Boy's Own Vanilli. It's hard. I've become the swaggy-waggiest skater on the globe, and Skillshare is the speed cream on my metaphorical bearings. Now, could I have used Skillshare to switch to a more honorable career, like becoming a registered nurse where I could help people in their time of need? Being there in the ER when a single mom brings in her daughter, late at night, scared about little Jenny's fever, trying to stay strong for the little girl. And I'd be there getting the patient onto a gurney, taking vitals, rushing her through to radiology, and helping her with a diagnosis. Don't worry, I'd say to the mom. It's a simple bacterial infection. We're gonna push antibiotics, get an IV going for fluids, bring the temp down, hold her overnight for monitoring, and then the look on her face when I say Jenny's gonna be okay in a day or two. It's a magical moment. She thanks me and I say, no need for thanks, I'm just doing my job, ma'am. I could have done that, but no, I became a skater instead, because no goal is too small. Shred the gnar! The first 1,000 critters to use the link
skl.sh/criticalrole02231.
Rolls off the dice.
We'll get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Matt, Ollie to you!
Oh god. Don't break the set. Do not use the set.
Break the set. It's worth more than you.
Ah, God.
See you later, bro.
Bye. Mom.
All right,
Mom.
Travis, you want to let him know about Legend of Vox Machina, please?
Hey, Legend of Vox Machina Season 2! You guys, episodes 1 through 9 of the Legend of Vox Machina Season 2 are available right now on Prime Video. The last 3 episodes, the last weekend of Season 2 will drop on Prime Video worldwide tomorrow, February 10th. And our final watch party for episodes 10 through 12, bro, will air live next Tuesday, February 14th at 7 p.m. Pacific. It's been an amazing season. We go out with a bang, so we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Laura, you got some stuff to talk about?
What's up, y'all? I got this.
Yay!
It's our new Critical Role pullover hoodie. It's so comfy. You should check it out in the store.
Will there be a my size too?
It comes in sizes. You should check it out also.
I've been wearing this too much at home and it makes me jelly.
It's really
cool. We also have an Essek Payless
T-shirt.
Oh, it's got like
That's
awesome.
Isn't it so?
Look at all the gravitas.
Dude, hot boy. Artist Leo Presland.
I
Thank
really
you.
love that.
I can fix it.
Gold. Yeah, make it
What size is that one? It's
That's
medium?
right,
I
that's
can wear
exactly
it.
what I
That
said
one's
about
mine.
purse.
I know.
You taking
Why,
it?
the shirts match.
I don't know.
That's
But yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, that one's
You
mine.
want it? You can have it, Matt. It's medium.
Well, unless you want it.
You take it. There will be more.
I'll take it.
You said it first.
Lovers, please. There'll be more.
We'll share.
Not on camera.
But to that point. To that point. I believe that brings us to the end of our announcements. So it's time, I believe, for us to jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Oh my god.
One by one we climb until we reach the top. Two by two we fall. Will we meet our end or meet our destiny? Hold your breath and roll.
How do you want to do this?
It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. Who knows what will happen? He might. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. From the healer to the renegade, we all share the same goal. Adding more allies, taking more chances. Hold your breath and roll.
You can certainly try.
It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. From darkness our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, Bell's Hells, after traversing crossed plains to the Fey Realm, in transit to destroy one of the Malleus keys that had been constructed and prepared by the Ruby Vanguard under Ludinus Deleth in preparation for the coming Apogee Solstice, a climactic celestial event that promises to bring an apex of magical power and change to Exandria. You've come through after meeting the long-spoken about Grandma Mori, Nana Mori of Fern, began to walk amongst the various unexpected dangers and odd encounters here on the darker side of the Fey Realm. Infiltrated the Shiver Keep, where one of these Malleus keys lie, after spreading out amongst the interior of the courtyard and finding a means of destroying the Malleus key, sending it exploding and left in a tangled mass of metal and flame. You also called the attention of the Sorrow Lord Zathuda, riding atop his Fey dragon, known as Gloamglut. You began to flee the courtyard of the keep into the forest outside, heading westward, more or less from where you attacked this key, in search of the gate that you told would lead you back to Exandria. But in the process, sustained some blows. Fern, you are knocked to unconsciousness, and you hear the screeches above of the now angered Sorrow Lord and his mount flying above the forest, searching for you, his current prey. Indeed. You are currently hidden by one of your Heracol veils that can keep you mostly stealthily hidden as long as you're not moving. But
We're using all of them, right?
We have to. They cover 3 people.
yeah, 3 people each. So for all
Although,
of you,
that would use 2 because Orem's teeny and he can hide in people's legs.
I sit on Chetney's shoulders.
That's true. The size
That
of
makes
one
one
person.
person.
Or under one of the
I'll allow it.
ladies.
I'll allow it.
Because I can run under anybody's legs,
Yeah.
That's true.
except for FCG.
That's true.
This soundscape is freaking me out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
it's really, yeah.
And you're back in the forest now. And
You're in the jungle, baby!
screeching above in the trees.
No!
What are you doing?
Oh, wait, he's gonna. Yeah, Fern's gotta be in. Let's bring her back. Bring her back.
Fern, make a death saving throw for me.
Oh, jeez.
Matt, you don't gotta start like that.
Why? Yeah, why?
She hasn't even
My
opened
heart
her
just
dice
I haven't
yet.
even opened it.
Well, this is a good reason to.
What am I? Okay.
Use one of the
What do I roll?
so that none of us see. Do I roll a D8?
I know. What do I? It's a D6, right? What am I adding again?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I think that rolled that over.
Yeah, I did.
It's a 5.
Oh, no.
That's one failed death save.
That's okay.
No,
Okay.
you guys have just charged just a little bit into the forest, and you put the veil over.
Yeah.
Correct? I need you all to roll a stealth check to see if you are seen in this moment
Oh,
by
God.
the
All our
pursuing
bells and
entity.
whistles are spent, right?
Except we get, but we get
we get
one
a plus
extra
10
10.
because of the hoo-ha.
Yes.
Yes.
Hoo-ha.
Terrible. Like terrible.
That could have been worse.
All right, we'll start on this side. What you got?
20.
20. Okay.
That's not terrible. That's
I
not
rolled
bad.
2 2s.
Yeah, but we got a
Ooh.
plus 10. 20 is still a good roll.
All right.
27.
20, 27.
3.
Wait, how?
Plus 10.
Oh, 13. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay.
It's still real bad.
You're
Do I
unconscious.
roll?
No, you're unconscious.
28.
Why
very
am I
quiet.
guys?
26.
26.
23.
23. Oof. You stay there still, throwing the veils over you and just kind of bracing for any sort of emergent aggression from above. You hear the screech once more, the wings. You hear other voices shouting in Sylvan. The one amongst you could understand them, unable to interpret at the moment. From atop the parapets and the walls of the fort, as they're beginning to gather their forces to search amongst the forest grounds as well. What are you doing? They do not seem to notice you at the moment.
Okay, great. We gotta bring
Glomglad
it
is
back and
just
start
circling.
moving.
All right. Maybe I should flip a coin to see if I should
You should
cast
just
the
bring her
spell.
back.
The Changebringer has been guiding me all night. She says to do it. Okay. I will cast Healing Word at first level.
All right. Go ahead and roll your d8.
Okay, but quietly.
Very quiet.
Oh, D8, sorry. That's 8.
That's too loud. That's too
Oh,
loud.
no. It's an 8 plus 3, 11.
There you go. Turn this into the Critical Role ASMR over here.
What did you
So
say?
they noticed that
Okay.
too? Okay, okay.
Gonna heal 11 hit points.
That's a golf game.
Yep.
11. Wait, what did you say?
11.
Okay.
Does anyone have any ranged anything?
I have ranged
Heal at
spells.
range.
Like that you can send and make a sound somewhere else?
Yes,
Send
I
it?
do. I have a spell that I could do that with.
I have a question about the Horn of Silent Alarm that we haven't talked about in years.
Yes.
If you blow, only one person can hear it and nobody else can. Do they know what direction it came from, or does it just sound like a horn in their head, like a signal, but they don't know, like omnidirectional?
I will say if you're trying to draw attention with it, I would say it's a sphere, and the sound kind of emanates from the sphere. I'll interpret that as you can attempt to aim it in a way where you can try and make it sound like it's coming from a specific direction, but that'll be a roll to see if you can achieve it, being that it's an item that you really haven't used before, but you can certainly try.
It's probably like a performance check, right?
Yeah, you're a great performer.
No. My sheet would say otherwise.
Yeah, but you'll have some guidance with you.
We gotta get up and move, y'all. The dragon has
we
flown
gotta
away,
move.
right?
No, it's circling. Like it's not directly above you, but like it's like getting lower, and you hear it like scoot nearby.
The minute we hear it fly past us, we need to get up and move.
Yeah.
Your spell that you were talking about, is that... You can't see where it came from, right? You can, like, emanate it from afar?
I can use catapult to launch something really far away from us.
Yeah,
Send
that's
something
good. We
in a
just got to
different
make
direction.
a.
And I can pick it up from far away,
far
too, so
away.
it's not like it's coming from us.
That's the way to go.
While we're just sitting here, I will give you 4 temporary hit points because we're still bonded, I believe.
I'll pull out a very, let's call it a miniaturized pickaxe that I have, and I'll hand it to you if you want to use that to.
Well, it'd probably be better to grab something like 60 feet away from us so that it doesn't feel like it's emanating from us.
Oh.
Is there anything on the parapet that we can see?
Or loose branches or fruit.
Oh yeah. I mean, but I can see like rocks or whatever, or maybe
Oh, yeah.
just feel out and pick up a rock that's like 60 feet away from us.
Yeah, I'd say you can see a number of loose stones and chunks of exposed shale and rock that you can throw.
Okay, then I'm gonna pick something.
Gesundheit.
Oh my god. I'm gonna use a sorcery point to double the distance of this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick something up that's 120 feet away.
Whoa.
Okay.
And I'm gonna launch it up to 90 feet away from that.
Away from that.
So I'm gonna launch it into the woods, like down the wall, like away from us, the opposite direction that we need to run.
Try and head, eastward, because I think we've got to go west.
We've got to go the other direction. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna send it that way.
Okay. So go ahead and roll d20, add your spellcasting modifier to gauge the precision of your toss.
Okay. 13.
13. That's not too bad. You go ahead and concentrate, and you see the one section of kind of exposed gray rock with moss growing out of it kind of shake a bit before it kind of dislodges, floats in the air before you send it off in that odd direction as it goes no longer visible, just vanishing past the canopy, and you hear nothing for a moment beyond.
Go!
Okay, we're running.
Stealthy moving, but yeah, and then like the minute we hear him coming back, we got to drop again.
Indeed. So, well, as it goes off, I need everyone to make a moving stealth check, which is a different. No, you're no longer under the veil while you're moving.
So just straight stealth.
It's a straight stealth roll, and this is the first leg of your stealthy journey forward.
Okay. Okay.
17.
17.
Whatever your stealth is.
8.
8. Okay.
6.
Oh god.
6.
Damn it.
11.
11.
13.
13.
18.
18.
Pretty bad.
21.
21. Okay. You all go into a run and continue on in what you think is the proper direction. Who is leading you which direction, by the way?
Who led us here? Was it Fernie?
It was me and Fern, I think, because we were.
Yes, it
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wait,
us.
I did for part
Yeah,
of it.
you, us three did.
And then also Pate did his aerial sweep.
Right.
Okay. Heads we go right.
No,
tails
we
go
know
left.
we're going this direction. We know which direction we're going, SCG.
Going left.
We're going.
And Orem is peering and straining with his ears for anything ahead of us or to leap out of the bushes.
I'm keeping an eye out for like
Understood.
roots ahead of us that we're gonna like trip over and shit.
Okay. So who's guiding the path in the direction where you think the gate might be?
I think I know.
All right,
Go,
go ahead and roll
FCG.
survival or nature, your choice.
Guide yourself.
Guidance.
Better not fuck us, change.
No
bringer.
way. The Changebringer would never.
Never. Literally. She'll raise interest rates, but she won't.
Survival, you say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Wait. What? Okay, that's 16.
Survival
plus
or
the-
nature, whatever.
That's 19 survival. 19 survival.
19 survival is not that bad.
Yeah.
You push through the dense portion of this forest, which is all directions of this forest, but you begin to gauge where the keep was, where you had come from, the directions that you had already discussed and had heard to travel towards based on what Maury had told you. Now without the Ruidus illusion in the sky, which you've been using for bearings during this whole journey, it's a little bit more challenging to find where you are and where you're going from here. But kind of, yeah. But gauging where the keep was, looking where the gate was, you were able to quickly allocate where you should be going and believe pretty confidently that at least you're heading mostly in the right direction. And you all rush through the forest, dodging between the vines and trees and bramble thickets and hills that drop off, and one of you has to stumble for a second before somebody else catches you. But you just keep pushing forward, pushing forward. You hear more shouts getting distant. You hear other war bands beginning to shout in response in other parts of the forest. Looks like the unseelie forces are gathering towards the escaping entities that attacked the camp.
Oh god.
Just as you begin to hear,
Drop.
carving through the forest, this beam of black flame tears through like a laser. You watch as tree branches fall, thick bunches of leaves and nasty-looking tangled vines and roots just hit the ground around you. Everyone that rolled under a 10 stealth, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
It's like Apocalypse Now.
Oh no. Okay.
Does Vern roll?
Under 10
rolled,
stealth?
no, you rolled higher than a 10.
That's right. I rolled 11.
11.
Thank you.
9.
9.
Okay.
Guys, it's not a race to the bottom.
Oh my god.
So 31 points of fire damage to each of you.
Are you guys up? Are you still up? No.
No, no, no.
Both of them? Both of them?
I'm okay.
I'm down.
As it tears through, you watch as FCG kind of stumbles onto the ground, poof, 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 landing and then barely able to pull yourself back up, eyes a bit bleary. Laudna lays there, crackling.
Oh shit.
I start.
Charisma
Pop,
saving
pop,
throw.
pop, pop, pop.
Charisma saving throw
what's
for
this?
strength of the grave.
Strength of the
But we're
grave.
keeping the thing over us.
Indeed.
Hope it didn't burn up.
Fuck! It was almost a 20. No.
We're patting the flames out.
I'm patting the flames out. I'm gonna curve over because I have a healing potion.
Hang on, let me make sure.
I got her. I got her.
You got her?
Yeah.
Do it now.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Hang on.
Do it now.
That's good to have. Oh
Yep.
my god.
I'll pat her with cure wounds.
Okay.
Bloopy. You're up.
You need to heal yourself,
8.
FCG.
8, sorry, D8. Shit.
Jeez.
Well, it's only a 3. You get 6 points of healing.
Yikes.
You're
I
up.
had 6 points.
Yeah.
That's up though.
And you are awake.
All right.
You come back to consciousness for a second, and right as you notice now that not only did that tear through some of your friends, but it also created an opening in the trees above you, and there's now a brief
that's not
clearing where you now hear circling back around after the original strike. You all rush back into the forest to continue your journey. I need everyone to make another stealth check as
Is
a group.
this with the... This is moving or under the
I guess it's
things?
up to you. Do you want to stay put and...
He knows where we are.
Does he?
I think
He
they
just
should.
hit us and we scream.
While we're also making the, can I pull out the horn of silent alarm? And
If
I'm
you'd like to,
gonna
yeah.
give it a shot to try and direct it
Stop that.
the other direction away from where we.
Horn sounds a little interesting.
Yeah.
You were expecting.
Hey man, I just like positive chimes, you know.
Okay. So as you watch as Gloamglut begins to like pull up after that original airstrike and about to turn,
Tell me now.
Yeah.
But are we
That was
rolling
awesome.
moving stealth or
hiding
stationary stealth?
that's
What
for
are
you
we
guys to
doing?
decide. While we're going to finish this here, and then we'll come back to what you guys
Probably
are
need
saying.
to...
All right. So as you blow on this horn, I'm going to say. I think for this, either make a performance check, or make an Arcana check. This is gonna be an understanding of how the magic works, or trying to just play the horn at a proper
Because
distance.
he doesn't know. He might have just hit something.
17.
17. All right. As you blow the horn, you watch as Chetney takes a deep breath and just puts all of it into this horn, but it's silent. Absolutely silent. You also
sucks. It didn't do nothing.
You also watch as a Gloamglut, who's like, suddenly their head shoots to the left and goes into a dive in a very different direction than the one that you were heading.
Nice.
You have a brief moment here
Let's run.
that absolves you of having to make a stationary stealth
Then we
roll.
gotta run.
Okay,
we gotta run.
Go. Run.
You go into a bolt during this moment of distraction.
4
So,
charges, that's 1.
Okay.
continuing on, you all continue to run. You push through some of the heavier, thickened pieces. You get to one element of this mid-forest where it drops off about 15 or 20 or so feet below. You can attempt to either climb down, slide, or just make the jump. What do you do?
Throw ourselves. Well, no, we got people that are hurt, aren't we?
Real hurt.
I still
Someone have
got.
feather?
Should Arnold
I still have
Schwarzenegger
Featherfall,
Predator
though.
the thing?
Featherfall
For all
will
of
take-
us, or-
I think it's 6, right?
I can
Orm doesn't need
Featherfall.
Orm doesn't need it.
Orm doesn't need it. That's just fucking.
How big of a drop is it?
You said
15
15 feet.
15,
I'll take
20
that
feet.
part.
Yeah, I can take it too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I'm leaving.
Oh, they're
Okay.
going.
I mean, I assume we're doing this, right?
We're going.
I'm gonna wait for that
expediency is the
featherfall.
Yeah, I got
Acrobatics check for anybody who's taking the leap.
Okay.
Can I do an athletics?
Yeah.
The one? Sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
You?
Athletics or
Oh,
no?
no.
That's
No,
bad.
this is acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Okay. That's fair.
What? Yeah.
So I'll do Featherfall. Me, you.
This is
Fern.
trying to
Us
stop the
four.
tumble.
I can do one of
They're
them.
gonna jump.
Or to use the
Okay.
tumble to stop the impact. So
13.
All right.
13,
Featherfall.
okay.
11.
What?
11. Yeah.
11.
Wow.
Then I'll Featherfall you.
Slip.
Then I'll I see Orm slip and I tag you as well.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I rolled a natural 19 for 21.
Okay, great. So both of you from the tumble only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you both kind of slam into the ground, but roll out of it and get back to your feet and just keep running. The rest of you kind of like jump.
I'm holding on to help if anybody isn't feather falling. Is everyone else feather falling? Okay,
It's not an extremely slow descent. It's more like a leap and then a glide, but you almost
Hit the
tumbling
ground,
down
keep
and
running?
feel yourself grab that sort of momentum and continue to glide downward. And so you all hit the bottom of this like brief cliffside and continue bolting forward.
Firework, I think it did.
You hear the screech again in the distance.
How far in the distance?
You don't know. You can make a perception check if you want to try and gauge.
Yeah.
Go.
I ate Orem.
Okay.
You eat me?
So you get an advantage.
I always have
Oh,
advantage.
then you should just go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, balls!
I mean, that's very possible that might swallow me whole. 25.
Oh, that would have been good.
25 for perception.
25. About 600 feet away and closing quickly. At least in your direction. The ruse has bought you some time, but they're definitely back on the trail as it is not just sound that it utilizes to hunt.
So do we see any type of anything that could be used as cover in the distance?
I mean, there's plenty of cover around you, but it's all natural, tangled thicket.
Not stone or anything. Or...
You, at your high perception roll, do see a tower. A thin needle-like tower.
Oh, we're getting to the towers again. Fuck. Which is also gonna make us glow.
Or maybe, are we already glowing? How far ahead of us is that tower?
I'd say it's probably about 400 feet or so.
Okay, and within like 200 feet is when you hit the glow of that tower.
Indeed.
So we need to make a.
So we need to curve around it, and that thing's closing in on us. So we need to veer to the side, veer to the right, and look out for another one, so we don't accidentally stumble into its neighbor.
Thread the needle.
Thread the needle.
We gotta glean the cube.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Who's leading this next leg of the journey?
I'm gonna do it this time.
Okay.
Just to try to see any additional towers coming and keep an ear out for what's the butt.
All right, Sablecast leader, go ahead and roll a survival or nature, and then a perception will be required as part of following that up.
16 survival.
16 survival, very good. And then roll perception as well.
That one's cocked, but I rolled real high on the other one. That is 28.
Great. Orm impulsively begins to dart a little bit to the right and kind of gives that sort of physicality of follow, and the rest of you kind of fall in line and begin to dart kind of right behind you. At this point, elements of the forest floor are beginning to grow a bit muddy, and you begin to hear the footfalls as quietly as you can make them amongst this like mad sprint, that kind of sucking noise, which is a little challenging if you're not going for a stealthy, progressive direction. But you begin to try and use the higher ground as you find it, leaping from the base of a tree root system to the next rock or stone. Orm does this seamlessly, while the rest of you have a little bit of a challenging time keeping up necessarily, but you're able to kind of stop and make sure that everyone's still staying in line.
How's our tail?
You see it. You see the shadow pass, and it goes over where you were heading, and it's just circling around now. You watch as it passes over one of those towers. It alights and glows brightly purple as it kind of enters the radius of one of its effects, but it doesn't mind being visible. It's not the one trying to hide. And it begins to circle back around, and it's kind of making a wide berth, and it's now in a secondary scanning phase looking for where you all vanished.
Wait, do you think that maybe it's reading the magic? It keeps finding us while we're hiding.
I don't think it. I think those.
it's found
they're
us
nanomories.
yet.
No, I think they're.
I think it's just trying to clear the field.
He's getting more to know when we stop it.
What are you guys doing?
So it's still far enough away, or it's starting to actually encroach?
It's just it's circling the area. Like it looks like it lost you, and now it's just in a scanning mode now.
What happens if we just really care? We don't move fast. We just stealth. Like, what if we just move very fucking? I don't know.
I kind of think we need to keep moving because it's just going to keep burning down this bramble.
They can smell us.
Yeah.
Do a number of things.
Yeah. Maybe.
But I am gonna reach down and start covering myself with the mud.
Okay, you're full on predatoring this?
Yeah.
I'm too late.
Yeah, I'm fucking down for this too. Oh!
All right.
So I was kept these looks for
We'll
400
all
years.
do
We'll all do that.
Yeah,
All right, that was a good idea. I'm gonna copy.
That's shit. That's poop. All right.
They poop though.
You called
so
the
it's
shit
like-
poop. So wait, are we hiding or are we running?
We're hiding. I think we should hide. We should bunker
mud
down
angel.
for a second because he might sense movement. That's my guess.
So, are you moving forward, or are you staying
squat one
stationary?
more time.
All right, so you're squatting one more time. Everyone roll stealth check with the +10 bonus from the veils.
Oh, you bastard. Give it to me. Okay.
This is going to be the thing where if we roll well...
37.
Oh,
37.
what?
Oh, 37. Nice. 28.
28.
15.
15.
22.
22.
22. 20.
20.
31.
31. And
27.
27.
This will be clear.
Yeah, you guys rode that closely.
We
hear
rode
it.
that closely.
What?
Well, it's
Higher
contested
every
every time. Like
Oh,
I roll
God.
against you guys based on its perception of what you roll. So last time it was very, very low. This time it was pretty high. It begins to snarl and angrily give out these sort of like short bursts sounds that echo over the air above you. But as it flies around, it seems it's out of frustration because it cannot pinpoint where you are. And you watch as the loop begins to go wider and wider, and it begins to double back after about 5 or so minutes to the point where you feel comfortable enough to begin pushing forward. That is 5 minutes without travel, and it's 5 minutes more of the veil's effect being reduced.
How long does it last?
An
hour.
Okay.
But you guys have been going here for about 10 minutes before this, so you're at 15 minutes. You're about a quarter of its use complete.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that out loud.
But once you're feeling comfortable, you can continue moving once
Yeah.
more. All right. You all continue with you following the path. You do manage to thread the needle between two of these towers. There is just enough space, about a 50-foot gap between two of these boundaries that allows you to slip past without triggering the effect. And you do see, as you get closer, and what kind of your keen eyes watch, is some of the flying insects that kind of just hit the air. Occasionally you see these little sparkles as smaller creatures and insects begin to trigger the magical effect, and that's where you immediately gauge the boundaries and ensure to avoid them. Pushing forward, you hear the wings
Oh no.
get quieter.
Oh.
And quieter. Quieter.
If it's quieter and farther away, I think we should move
Go all
faster.
out, yeah.
Yeah, go all out if
Yeah.
it's farther away, and then as soon as we start hearing him again.
At least for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is non-stealth. This is a full run.
Yeah.
Okay. You all just go into as heavy a sprint as you can, being a cohesive unit forward. Who's leading this leg of the journey?
There's an archfey on the back of that thing. I feel like he can like communicate with these plants. They're like, somebody's running through us.
That's true.
Who's leading?
Not me. I
I'll
don't. You
lead.
don't. My
I'll
stats
lead.
are low.
All right,
I'm
Imogen.
gonna stand
Survival or
back
nature,
and
your
pick
call.
up anybody.
It is your destiny.
Oh, jeez.
That
Wow.
that shouldn't count, but it has to.
Yep.
11. Did you guide me?
No. I also, like, what? Did you turn to me and say, I'm about to lead us, help me? I mean, like, how would I know that you're gonna...
Guidance, is it too late?
It's a little late, unfortunately.
I'm gonna
Do I
climb
just
this tree.
am I supposed to guess that
Yes.
you're guiding
if you
us?
see me stepping forward, just fucking
True.
guide me.
Just never stop. God,
Never
God,
stop.
God.
Never got
Running, there's a comfort and confidence that comes with the relative silence of the creature that had been previously stalking you through the middle of this thicket. A welcome sight comes to your vision as you come over this one kind of densely packed hill of low trees and like thick fern bushes, and as you glance over, you see what looks to be a ruin of some kind, some like deep cerulean and gray stone ruin. It looks like it was at one point some sort of a beautiful ritual site that's just fallen partially into the muddy surface of the ground, and the forest has retaken a lot of it. You just take a moment to think, Gesundheit. This is a good sign. This means that you're probably nearing other elements of intentional Fey creation, and so you kind of begin to trudge through this ruin. Just as your first leg sinks into the ground and your second leg sinks into about up to your knee.
The iron tides.
Oh, we gotta give it something metal.
I give it.
I'll sacrifice myself.
No, I have caltrops. I'm gonna throw in some caltrops.
You throw in some caltrops. They all just kind of sit into the mud.
Oh, you got fake caltrops. They're not real metal. You got plastic ones.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as you feel the ground itself beginning to like bite into you and crush into your
Ball
legs.
bearings. I throw like spike ball bearings into it.
You throw some ball bearings into it.
I'll drop a dagger.
Fuck, yeah, no, that's what I was gonna do.
I'll drop a dagger in.
I have a silver fork.
So drop a dagger and dagger into the mud.
I don't think this
I'm
is
gonna
a
throw in a
problem.
fork.
She threw in a fork.
With
It's
another
silver.
6 points of piercing
We gotta
damage.
reach out to her. I don't think it's the same shit.
And the ground releases you with a heavy sucking sound, leaving your bloody legs behind as you pull yourself out of the
I'm gonna
floor.
try to grab my fork back.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Leave the fork.
Oh, hang on,
That's a
it was
good
really
fork.
special one. What do you investigation?
It's part of a set.
It's one of those camp
10.
10. It's gone.
Got it.
Shit!
She got it at an estate sale.
I'm sorry, Fern, I'm sorry. No, it was totally worth it. It was totally worth it.
No.
No.
Make an intelligence check, Imogen.
Me?
Yes.
I'm really dumb. 2.
2. Okay.
I only have a +0 to my intelligence.
All right. Well, you continue onward.
I like
Who else wants to guide us?
I could
Lead
try.
the way.
Well, I'm trying to remember.
Joey, welcome back. Go for
Oh,
it.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
This is your land.
You got a good
Yeah,
name
and
for
Maury said
survival?
thickest. We're heading toward where the brambles are
Thick and
thickest.
brambles, but this is ruins.
Go, Fernie.
Well,
Come on, Nails.
okay, let me do this one.
I'll guide
Thanks,
you.
guys. You'll guide me?
Yeah, I always
So
do.
kind of you.
Plus a
Okay.
D4.
Man, we're just sucking it up.
Yeah, this is just shit.
Clickers everywhere.
14.
That's better than 11.
14. You begin to push in a direction that, based on where you were going, based on what semblances of color and light you can take on the darkened, shadow of the sun sky above you, you continue to lead
Two
the
different
group forward.
directions as you said that.
I know, I was just hoping that it would click in my head. If it did.
You travel for about another 5-6 minutes or so before you come back to a familiar-looking ruin.
This is where we just were.
No, I think it's a different ruin.
Wait, watch out for the stuff on the ground.
Oh shit, drop!
Cover, duck and cover.
Everyone roll stealth check.
Jeez,
We got things. We still got the things. We got minutes left, right?
Yep.
We do.
Are we still on anything? Okay. Do we have a plus 10?
Yes.
Oh shit, did I get
All right, we'll go over here.
17, 27, 33.
33.
24.
24.
28.
28.
24.
All right.
14.
14.
31.
That's
31.
36.
36. See, that's what we're talking about here.
I'm noisy.
Okay. As you all kind of hunker down and throw the veils over you. And it's interesting, you're all looking up. I'd say this is the first time you're kind of looking at your friends as they throw the veil over. When you're underneath the veil, it just looks like a thin netting almost, like a textured, a bit of loosely threaded material where a lot of light travels through. And then looking at your friends as the veil goes over, immediately you watch it kind of like crystallize and turn into what looks like an extremely mossy stone, like a heavy rock that just
On the outside.
yeah. And you all just kind of sit there and watch as it doesn't come right over the ruin where you are. It just kind of coasts around. Carves through a part of the forest a little ways off where you are. Smoke pours up. You hear the crashing of trees and branches. Birds scatter.
Does it leave the trees aflame after it hits, or is it mostly just like? Psh?
I mean, the trees themselves burn for a bit.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
16.
16. Well, you're not quite able to see it from here. I'll say previously when you recall, kind of, you saw it at a glance and didn't think about it until now, but where the parts of the forest where you first were struck by this dark flame beam happened, the trees themselves burned, but you watched as the vines on them actually grew over to try and put out their own flames.
Whoa.
The forest was reacting and healing itself from the fire best it could.
It was avoiding. Did it look like it avoided the ruins that were?
No, it just looked like it's still in a search mode, and it hadn't zeroed in on where you currently were. But you know that it's... At least it's back in the swing of things. At least it seems to be following loosely the same trajectory you are. But you wait for a bit. How long do you want to wait?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So I'll put you at 30. That's about halfway through the veil's effectiveness.
This thing knows about the exit that we're aiming for, too?
I don't know.
Who can tell?
How good are you?
Okay. Okay, forget it. I'm using my sorcery points. I'm gonna gain back a 3rd level spell, and I'm gonna send a message to Nana.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send her a message and say, "This is dire. We're at the ruins by the Unseelie Court. Help us find the way to the exit. Which way? I can't message you again."
Okay.
I love you.
She heard
it. There's no response.
Okay. If we're sitting here for several minutes, I'm gonna just start healing us, I guess.
There's no response.
This one, there was no response. That person.
She didn't respond, bro.
Talking about Estrals. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Oh my god,
no,
hang
no,
on.
no, no.
I pull out the trusty scribble.
Nothing.
Fuck. Okay, I guess that's good.
Right, though.
What did he say?
The last time someone didn't respond to a message.
The last time.
Don't you
No one
dare.
replied. The recipient.
Don't.
Maybe she's busy
Even.
killing, doing the killing.
Maybe
busy
she is.
killing.
Maybe she is
She's adding to
the
her garden.
archfey that's chasing after
Maybe
us.
she was never there.
Maybe she just is already getting down to business. She's like, no time to talk, I'm gonna get to it.
Maybe she's got a
That's what she's
visitor and
doing.
she's.
We gotta
she's on
go.
the business.
Is there, are there tall trees?
Oh yeah.
All
There are
around?
all manner of different sizes.
I'm gonna climb.
I'm gonna-
try to not expose myself so I can get a good look all
Okay.
around us.
Make an acrobatics check for me. Fairly simple. We'll consider this, kind of fold this into the previous stealth roll as well.
Oh, fuck you, die.
Too late.
12.
Fuck you, guy.
Well, it takes you a bit to get up there. I mean, thankfully these trees are fairly tangled, so it is kind of like climbing on an oversized net. So there's a lot of places to find hand footholds, so you don't fall. But it takes you a moment to get up to a vantage point.
Okay. And I'm trying to stay hidden in foliage and look out over the landscape, Hobbit style, and see if I can locate brambles getting denser or if there's any discerning feature different from what we've come across.
Make a perception check.
That I can do.
Guidance.
God.
Way up high. Does it
Yeah,
reach
that's
me?
a different. Yeah.
That's good. 24.
24. That's great. That's great. Okay. Glancing around the space here, you can see a number of other like structures that have been taken by the forest or built within the trees. You see small like tree houses and like sections of unsealed villages that are kind of built throughout the landscape that you've managed to not run into. Far off from the paths that you've come in and are now currently heading, you can see the spires that surround that kind of haphazard ring that kind of wraps around the far distant exterior of the Shiver Keep. You do also see where the trees begin to grow thinner, and instead these massive, moving, unnatural-looking, thick bramble vines kind of begin to wrap around each other and rise up through trees, overtaking trees, pushing them over, and you can now see what looks to be a heavy, heavy, dense thicket that is about a mile and a half, 2 miles from where you are.
Is it like a clot of that amongst the forest, or does it just give way entirely to brambles?
I mean, it's a clot of it, but the clot itself is, you know, a few miles across.
Okay.
So it's a larger area. It isn't a single point, but
Right.
it is loosely in the direction you've been traveling. If you had kept going the direction you're going, it would have been a little bit off. So you can kind of right yourself at this point.
Right, so-
You do also see carving another path through a part of forest before it seems like it's circling back around closer to where you're currently.
He's on his way. All right, so I summon Gracie, Grimy, Gloomy Glutz is coming back, but we have to go that way.
Okay.
Everybody point with me so I'm not the only one who has to remember. Okay.
This way.
Let's go.
All right, let's move.
Should we move or should we drop? Is he coming? Where?
How close was it when I was up top?
Was maybe about 1,000 or so feet at the time.
Okay, let's move while we can.
For like 2 minutes and then hunker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all go into a heavy sprint.
No.
Heavy sprint.
We skip.
Okay. Heavy sprint, closing much further distance, kind of rushing in that direction. This is a very challenging terrain. So even the distance you try and cover at a heavy sprint it's difficult terrain. So it's not a full dash, but you're still making headway. You're making ground. You continue to push forward until you hear the
Shields. Yeah.
You all get down. Roll a stealth check.
He's still in the pocket, right?
Yep, we're at 35 minutes now.
You rolled real high.
The veils.
Yes.
Roll good, y'all.
That'll do.
29.
29.
27.
27.
14 again.
14 again.
28.
28.
15.
Oh.
15.
29.
29.
25.
25. Okay. You hear the wings get louder, and you can see the wind as it passes overhead cause all the nearby branches and leaves to shake. It was in a low flying scan and just passes over, and then you watch as it rapidly kind of begins to curve around, like it picked up something. Right about that time you hear this other noise. As a massive, dark, hawk-like creature and slams into the side of this. You watch as Glomgled just gets hit in the side. You don't even watch the impact. You just watch these two things crash and then vanish over the tops of the trees before you hear the breaking of probably a dozen trees at the impact.
Go!
Go!
All right.
Very kaiju.
Let them fight.
I know, I want to see that shit.
You all go into a run, following the direction that you were posting in now, and you're guiding the best you can. And it is treacherous land, but you continue going. A handful of signal wards are still there, but at this point, you can just blow past them if you want to, or you want to brave it past other creatures that might be amongst the forest.
I think we book it.
No.
Okay.
Were there other creatures that were on patrol out here?
Yeah, but they might not have gotten as far as us.
There was.
Don't look a gift horse in the
Just
mouth,
run,
man.
just run.
It's right
We're
there.
just going. Go.
You all go into a sprint and just run. You get the dryness is in your mouth. You just continue focusing in the direction, following behind where Orm is pointing you. As you go, you can hear in the sky. Other trees crashing to the left of you. You watch as Glomglut kind of picks up in the air above and then just beams carving in different directions. And then suddenly from below, gets slammed by that same creature again. Both of them then spiral down, crashing into the forest about 600 or 700 feet from where you are. You continue to run, and as you do, the thicket gets denser and denser, indeed. You get to a point where you're having to crawl through once more and, like, in some points, cut your way past certain paths that are a little too tight for some of your larger team members to get through, and you can still hear the scuffle and fight behind you.
Can I? Well, is this done?
What the fuck you got? 'Cause I ain't got shit.
I'm gonna just lightning bolt straight ahead of us. I'm gonna try to create a tunnel of thicket that's burned so that we can get through it.
Go ahead and roll damage on that. Nice. If you can breach 30 damage on this, it'll clear a clean path. Any less than that, you might have to cut a little bit of your way through, but it will help either way.
I'm ready to cut when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
6. No, 96.
What?
Whoa!
How so?
8.
But how for so?
Lightning. Horse
Is
juice.
it always 9?
Yeah.
$5.
Always
Roll
has
off the
been.
notebook.
Okay. 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I beat it.
We're over 30.
We're over 30.
30 and 40.
We're all over 30, everybody.
Too real.
32 points
So
of
Captain
damage.
is 4th level?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
32, just made it.
Just made it.
That's what I got left. So it's 4th level.
Describe how this looks.
I just, I step forward and my hair flashes back and my eyes flash white as like a giant purple lightning bolt. Yeah.
This column of deep purple energy just carves through, and you watch as this heavy, like continuous series of walls of overgrown, unnatural Fey thicket begins to wither away and curl and blacken. As it does, you watch. It's not just burning through the vines and roots before you, but the first few burn, and the others immediately reactively pull away, like a living creature that's like withdrawing its limbs. It seems to react from the impact and pain of this, and a path begins to slowly open ahead of you, as it does not want to further impede and present itself with further damage.
That was cool.
Scared the woods.
That was really loud and really cool. We really need to run.
I'll give the tree some pats. Thank you.
Sorry, green friends.
Keep up the
You kind of push through and climb through, continue to follow this path, occasionally seeing up in the sky. You do see this massive kind of black bird that kind of like flies up. You catch just a quick glance, large, kind of black and crow-like wings with these long talons at the end, the limbs, like the talons so long and extended that they almost fold up to an unnatural length of folding within it. And at the top, you see the long neck and the head of Mori at the end. As it flies over, kind of scanning, before darkened beam strikes it on the side. And you see the flames kind of erupt on the side as she kind of tumbles into the nearby forest. And you see Glomglut go into a pursuing strike over the edge.
Yeah. She'll be fine. Okay. She's killed bigger things than this. I've seen it.
Okay. We don't need to go help?
No, we've got to go.
I think she's gonna be okay. I think she's gonna be okay.
We should help her.
Unless somebody's got something we have no way to help, we gotta keep going.
Keep going.
You continue to push through, and you hear the shrieks of Glomglut more, and you're starting to recognize timber in it. You're beginning to recognize things that are actively energetic, excited, honed in, like the sound a cat makes when it sees something move, versus the sound of something that is frustrated and lost. The sound you're hearing is a little more of the latter. You see it now scanning above. No sign of Mori necessarily at this point, but Glomglut apparently is now back in searching mode, though definitely not directly or terribly near the current position of your troop. You begin to carve further into this thicket, passing by small pools of clear water, like a recent rain has been gathered in small alcoves and what would be muddy areas, but the landscape here is mostly moss-covered and soft. There's no mud anymore. It's just like a sponge, kind of mossy material, and the pools themselves are just like this beautiful, clean water. You can see elements of like bone gray fungus that occasionally protrude from areas, like little toadstool rings that sit around some of these puddles. And then eventually you come upon something that is very, very unique to this space. An oddly nightmarish vision of dark bark, like a twisting tree that was split down the middle and then spreads out to two different trunks that embed themselves in the ground to create this 12-foot tall arch. There you can see dense vines and leaves and all numbers of purple and black flowers and roses just wrap around it on each side. You can see there's, amongst this arch, a 12-foot door of like rolling fog that just continuously spills off and stumbles and fills the ground around it. You can see above that in the actual treetop that sits there. There is a massive ropes and tattered materials, almost looks like a constructed nest that sits right above where this is. It's about 25 feet from where you just emerged.
And we didn't pass this on the way in?
No, you came from another direction.
Oh, okay.
Using a hunter bane. Sorry. Can I smell and do I pick up any like creatures that I haven't been smelling as we've been running through the largely?
Yeah, make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. That's absolute dog shit. 10.
10. Everything here smells Fey. It's a little hard to distinguish, and it's a little odd, a little weird. But you, with your high passive perception, immediately see something kind of crawl out from that nest of ropes above.
Fuck.
Eyes up.
You see, as you hear Orem say this and glance up, what looks to be a monstrous cyclops-like creature.
Oh, God.
With a singular cloudy eye that sits above a noseless mouth of jagged teeth with missing gaps between them. The neck is non-existent, practically. Its head kind of sitting within a bulbous torso that wears patchwork clothing of what looks like a ruined mockery of prestige. A tall harlequin collar that seems to frame the back of its shoulders. It doesn't have feet. Instead, it has 4 long, muscular arms that emerge from the torso.
What?
And it almost scurries like a spider before it kind of climbs down the side of the tree before this like fog gate, and then the 2 bottom arms stand straight like legs, and the 2 other ones fold behind it, and it seems to put on this air of regality before it glances down at the rest of you.
This is gross.
Awesome.
Ew.
Like ask us for a toll or something.
Yeah.
Like a toll bridge.
So it seems we've got visitors today. Tell me, who comes and visits me, Terosh the lidless slumber?
Terosh
the lidless?
The littlest slumber.
Ew.
Terosh.
It's that one giant milky eye in the center of the face. It looks at you unblinkingly.
A very slimy eye.
Hello, Tarash. Right? Is that what you
That
said?
is my name. I'm glad you heard, my dear. I wish to know your friends and why you've all been coming here.
We have to go through, I believe, this gate that's right by you.
Is there a fee or a toll to pay?
Of course there is. For all you say, my friends, you've made your way. But each of you have curious look. What will you bring this day?
I hear fucking talking rhyme. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, we were rhyming so much last episode. Where are our arrow men?
To just use words that can't be rhymed, like orange or
Door hinge.
turkey.
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, door hinge.
Turkey.
That's
Orange,
really
kinda,
good.
I don't know.
Close enough.
Murky. I
Murky.
guess.
Rhymes with turkey.
I was thinking glurky.
What kind of stuff do you like? Or what do you want? What's considered a toll?
It's kind of like you see this look of like disappointment already.
Wait,
You
across
can
this,
rhyme, you can
like,
rhyme, you can
shape,
rhyme.
Oh,
And you can see like through the disappointment, the mouth is growing slightly more salivating.
I don't have much of value in my my journey. I have not been nimble, but I have something of value to me, so I can offer you this thimble.
Okay.
Nice.
And I pick out the porcelain thimble that I stole from you.
wait a minute.
Okay, putting a hand forward like this, and the bottom arm leg is like skitter over.
Arm leg?
I do
bends
not
forward
move.
and takes it, looks at it.
Wait, hang on a minute. That
Oh, dear Fay, here, my little friend. I like the gift you bring. I say to you, my little friend, go forth and may you sing.
Puts the thimble within its breast, kind of like weird jacket that it has, kind of tattered off to the side, and steps along the way. And the minute any of you begin to step forward, immediately the physicality is like guarded against the rest of you, just leaving a path for you to walk.
Wait. Haven't we gone through yet, have you?
No.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, timey is a weird soup.
We have to say
What is
that?
No, sorry. This is me. The stuff.
Stuff on our face.
The stuff, because Fey Realm
We have to
time.
rub stuff on us?
Yes, Nana
gave us
gave
stuff
us
to
a
rub
paste
on
to rub on our foreheads and our cheeks so that we don't come out 1,000 years
Okay,
later.
let's redo that. Let's all rub that on our fucking. I don't remember that.
First take off the mud that's all over us.
we really need to go to
I'm
the spa.
very,
Prestidigitation,
very
prestidigitation, prestidigitation.
Or is it
Okay.
Lord?
I'm not sure.
Now you're singing.
What?
What's happening?
I'm trying to pay attention.
I need to get through the gate.
Right about this time, reaches over and kind of touches your shoulder. and pushes you through the door.
Before we
No, I
get
got
any
it.
older,
No, we got it. Yeah.
here, I offer you this gift, a taste of Taldori pot holder.
Make a persuasion check.
That's an instant win. Come on,
Lived
bro.
as a musician for half a fucking for 5 years. People.
13?
13.
To offend you here, I do not mean to look upon this trifle.
And he kind of glances over at his fingers.
Maybe, I think, it could be taken. Instead, that monkey's rifle.
You wouldn't dare.
Fern?
We gotta get I have something better. I have something better. You do not want that.
Gotta talk in rhyme,
Fucking.
I'm not good at it. I have for you.
You start noticing, with each failed rhyme, his body is growing slightly larger, the shadows around the gate grow slightly darker and longer, and this breathing gets louder.
Our day was long and too much filled with toil. It isn't much, but have this dram of burning oil. And I have a little flask of burning oil. And hand it off.
Takes it, soaks the pot holder in it, and just eats it.
Oh.
See, I like
Oh.
Grabs your head like a basketball and
Yoink!
flings you into the gate. The rest of you begin to hear.
Right. It's a pleasure to come upon you on this fine day. We come from a realm far away. My name is Laudna, so don't call me Doris. But here I have this journal from a one Vespin Chloris.
Oh! So good!
It's really good.
The pale moonlight-like color of the realm begins to peek once through past the surrounding brambles, and you see the grin that already sat, filled with gnarled teeth, begin to grow even wider as the book is accepted and thumbed through.
The history of other realms have always kept me happy. I'll tell you, miss, I like your look. The rest of you are crappy.
Takes you and throws you into the gate.
This cat fucker right here.
Chetney! Chetney!
Talking about Matt.
Yeah.
Drop a beat. No. Yo, I'm MCG, and I'm here to say I love baked goods in a major way. I'm not too good at rhyming. I don't do raps, but I made you a box of ginger snaps.
Oh my god!
He's even got the lasso box.
That's incredible.
How long have they been sitting there?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat them just in case. I'll wait till the break. Accepts them, kind of like gives you a curious look over in general before sniffing them and then eating the box whole with them in there.
Oh. I'll have to say, my metal friend, I rather like the flavor. I wish there's more, but that's all right. The memory I'll savor.
Grabs you and then chucks you back into the gate.
Wiki, scratch.
Guys.
Now, you hear as Glomglut is now circling around the top of the thicket. It's mostly tangled over, but you can see the shadow moving, and you feel you haven't too much time before it begins to find you and tear through.
Over Imogen's bunk-ass gift, we feel great remorse, but I hope you'll accept this sweet-ass rocking horse. And it's a little rocking horse that has a little figurine that has a big eye carved in the little guy that's on the back of it.
Yeah, that looks like him. Yeah.
I like this horse you offer me. Better handled with a tweezer. I think it's time you went ahead, you little stupid geezer.
Grabs you and then chucks you into the gate. And then kind of admires the horse a little bit and kind of looks it over. Kind of bites it for a second. Doesn't he? It just bites on it. Puts it in
Can we
his
see
pocket.
more or anything, or can I look back and just see if
See anything?
You don't see anything. It's too dense around here. You can make a perception check if you'd like, in case.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna take the cloth that Maury gave us.
No.
Through this land we've ridden, of that I have not lied. I give you this gift to keep you hidden. Go on now, make yourself hide.
I walked it. Have we found Bailey's Achilles heel?
Imogen. Imogen, make another persuasion check.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
It's on the line. It's on the line.
Oh, okay. 20.
Appreciate your second chance. Maybe this will hide. But here upon this second chance, I better let it slide.
And goes ahead and just grabs you, brings you close and kind of looks you over for a second before throws you into the gate over its shoulder.
So who's...
Oh, it's me!
Just you.
Okay.
Should you make a perception check, you said, glancing around?
It was shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hold on. This is 13.
13, yeah. You can see the shadow of something flying overhead, and you can hear the sound of it growing closer and beginning to zero in. Plus, you're all having loud conversations in this space, too. It's about this time that you see the beam begin to carve a section of the overall bramble kind of dome that's grown over it as it kind of begins to fall. And at this point, you see that Terosh is like,
This is a. What am I giving you? Here I have a. What is this?
Why are you checking your phone?
No, because it was buzzing. It was bothering me. I couldn't think straight.
What's going on?
Because I was like, everything's fine.
Help.
Okay, here.
It's just your life.
Here I have a simple golden skeleton key, but I must tell you, it's not as good of a present as me. But
are you giving up your body?
No.
clatters up to you, kind of looking down upon you, this like oddly shaped entity. Its long, spindly arm legs beneath it, its arms kind of out to the side as it grabs the key, glances it. You hear like the impact sound of Glomglut up in the trees, like starting to grab onto the side.
I think you're right. I see this key. Its gold is really shone. But don't forget, whenever you want, you're always welcome home.
Grabs you, and then kind of turns around and throws you into the gate. The last thing you hear is, "You weren't invited!" before you go through the gate. At that point, you all kind of gather up, clattering on the opposite side.
Shut up. In my brain, I had switched them. Shut up. It still rhymed, all right? Fuck all
You got to the edge of the cliff, and you were like, I have a parachute, right?
Now, as the rest of you have stepped through this gate, one after another, through this odd and intense circumstance, a welcome serenity meets you on the opposite side, as you're now in another kind of jungle forest, unfamiliar to you, but less ominous, less immediately dangerous. And there's something about the air that already feels Exandrian and welcoming.
I checked the scribble.
Clear?
Just because we're on the other side of the portal. Hey. Hunter's Bane, Fey Fiend, Undead, any smells, anything?
Go ahead and roll.
Natural 1. We're fine.
Okay, you're fine. You're doing great.
And it's a jungle specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Not woods.
Wait, when we
don't
went
know
in,
we don't know at all where we are.
You have no idea.
Does this no reckons? There's nothing about this that's familiar.
Sky blue.
Sky's blue.
Rin.
Sky's blue.
From the city? From the...
Yeah, but this could have.
anywhere.
This could put us out on Taldore for all we know.
The
This is
last
just
place
a.
will be is where we started.
Does this jungle happen to look any bit familiar to
Oh yeah,
Orem
because
and
you've
I?
come through, maybe? No.
We did travel the jungle. Yeah.
Not necessarily. Actually,
Does this jungle have Wi-Fi?
If I can have Imogen and Laudna make perception checks for me, please.
Yeah, I've been fucking up. That's all I've been doing.
1 week.
Oh. 19?
Also 19.
Rolling.
Witches.
Okay. The trees that are around here.
Let's let it go.
There's one of them you see. It looks to be a lot of them are bluff oaks, which are they had some of those nearby at home, not like directly, in Jovan, but like they're definitely indigenous to the areas around the Talon Highlands, as well as areas around the western side near the ocean of the Hellcatch Valley and like the southern sides of the Odiran Wilds. You also kind of can pick up some familiar foliage, so at least it's not completely alien from what you're familiar with. You could try and climb somewhere to get a better view, or travel in a specific direction until you can have a better vantage point. 'Cause right now you're just surrounded by foliage.
Or sit down and take a short rest.
I'll do a quick spider climb. Climb a tree.
I'm going to
Can
lie
you climb
here.
a tree with a single-digit health?
Yes.
Cool. Just checking.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to get up and wait to catch Laudna.
I could just stab you before you climb up there. If you want.
You would do that. Remember when Nott shot Bo in the ass trying to climb a tree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just precious.
Classic Nott.
Class.
Now the other side, by the way, as you kind of take a moment to kind of gauge where you are, you look back from where you came from, and there is a river that is kind of tumbling off the side of a mountain, like a hillside that's clambering down. You're at the base of it, and there's a waterfall that is falling from this river, kind of about 10 or so feet into the next river, but it makes no sound. And you look back, and that's directly where you came from.
On this side.
But you're all dry as well. But nevertheless, spider climb. You clamber up. Gonna get to the highest point you can. What was your perception check?
From earlier?
Yeah.
19.
19, okay. From here, indeed, you can see the beautiful landscape of the Highland Bluffs around you. This is the northeastern region of the Talon Highlands. From this point, you are further west beyond Ashanador and its gloom jungles. You're beyond the borders of the Talon Highlands, where the mountains divide the two regions, and where much of the conflict of the previous Apex War happened. You can already see beyond here to the further west and south of the bluffs the beautiful stretches of massive terrace farmland. You can see this majestic mountain range to the south that is kind of where much of the Highlands is built on, and there are just these leveled plateaus, like steps of gods that are kind of flattened and built up alongside these mountain ranges that are covered in beautiful green expanses, farmlands and all manner of well-cultivated growing fields for the people of the Highlands. You can see maybe about 35 or 40 miles to the west of here what you think might be Jovan, the town where you originally came from.
Oh, shit.
You can also see the Cloven Peaks, which are the highest points in the southern mountain range here in the Talon Highlands. There, you can see they're already sparkling with fresh white snow, or white snow they've kept year-round. You see them rising into the gray clouds where they vanish. And the peaks of these mountains, through most of the year, are not seen from much the rest of the Highlands themselves. And there, you do know, sits the capital city, the apex city of Suruargus. That's where the Stratos throne is stationed. So you've not been here where you are now, and you're still out in the middle of nowhere. You're equidistant from the border to Ashanador and any other semblance of civilization, and it's a long journey to get there.
All right. I climb back down. What were the cliff? What peaks?
You are in the Highland Bluffs.
Where's our map? Check me.
You don't have a map of this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at the bottom left of the Basra's map.
Yeah, you can see that the direction of it where it goes off the map to the, to your point, the southwest of the Hellcatch Valley.
Let's get her back down. Imogen, we're actually not too far from Jelvon.
Really?
To what?
The town I'm from, actually.
Oh,
When we first met.
Yeah.
Like how far is how far? A couple of days?
Yes, 35, 40 miles.
Are we about to find out
That's
that?
right. Through this dense jungle and the topography, which rises and falls in many places before you get to like the actual cleared bluffs, you're looking at about a 2-day journey on foot.
Yeah, we're basically not far from the Highland Peaks. Just a little bit east.
Yeah. What time of day does it feel like?
It is later afternoon, pushing probably into a sunset within the next hour.
Okay. We don't know what day, what month, what year.
No, we don't even know.
And also, I suppose someone should just ask this now. Are we going to run into friends, enemies, or otherwise if we walk into this town with the two of you?
I don't think we need to go to Jelvon.
No?
We need...
What are we going to do there?
Regroup?
Get
Get a
food.
meal?
Would I have any idea of how much?
What did you just do with pate?
You don't ask.
What would I need to, or would I have any idea how much further away Saragos is from?
Saragos
Jelvon?
is a lot further away. That's a few hundred miles probably.
I mean, we're still racing a ticking clock.
Yeah,
right?
we don't need to go 2 days out of the way to get to my hometown. What? To talk to a bunch of people that we ran away from?
Well, what's the plan then?
Yeah. Regardless, we're in the middle of the wilderness. We have no ship. I mean,
If we can rest a little bit,
we can phone a friend.
I can maybe call Plane Rider Rin, but
Is there anything in your hometown? I mean, your mom's messed up in all this, right? Is there anything that she would need there, or you could contact someone else that she might have, emotional ties to?
she left. She left.
What about your other family?
My father?
Yeah. Were they together? I mean, did they love each other?
I don't know. As far as I know.
Maybe he could tell you something about her that would help.
Wait, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Does he know that she's alive?
If he does, he never let me know.
It's been quite a while since you've been talking to your dad, yeah?
Just a couple years.
Well,
You could
we
visit
could at
your
least
horse.
Flora deserves it, but I don't.
You could see Sam.
FCG, what? Why are you trying to make me go there?
I'm not trying to make you.
I don't
I'm
think
just.
there's anything we need there. I think what we need to do is locate the other keys and destroy them. I don't think the key is gonna be in Jelvon.
Sometimes the key to a lot of things is with our family. Is all I'm saying.
Plus, if we're going to just start walking, I mean, we could give them an exact location of where we are. And if we're in a city that you know, whether it's plane rider or our airship, I mean, better than the wilderness.
That was mostly my thought. I wasn't trying to drudge up old shit.
No, it's fine.
I am trying to figure
I know.
Oh, we know.
Just not to, to agree. We don't have to force anything, but maybe now that, of course, we don't have to do this, but if maybe your dad does know more than he has told you, and there's a possibility that maybe he would open up more now if, I don't know, I'm just throwing that idea out there. I know, I understand. Parent shit is the fucking worst.
And to Imogen's point, it wasn't a peaceful parting of ways when we left.
I can hit him. I love hitting dads. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, you're a bad motherfucker now too. I mean, you should float in with like crackles coming off you and shit, and be like, "Pops, it's time for a reckoning." Open. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Give
just
it.
drag him over to me and like open up his mind without even his.
Turn him 180
Gas
degrees
screen,
so
keep
his
going.
hair's just, yeah, that would be really cool.
Sounds like a catharsis, yeah.
I defer to the Imogen on this one. I think we need to.
Here's the thing. It is a 2-day journey, and we are, as far as we know, less than 2 weeks out from the solstice. Do we want to waste 2 days traveling to a town, or do we need to contact Ren now and go somewhere useful?
I think we need to contact somebody right now just to even see what day of the fucking week it is.
I just need an hour, and I can contact somebody. I can't.
I think we should
Oh,
stay
we
here for
need
night.
the hour regardless.
Yeah, yes. I agree with Orem.
All right, well,
Okay.
how about this as well? Why don't we, just maybe relocate a little bit
Away from the gate?
from the gate.
Yeah.
Such a good idea.
And then.
Just in case Falcor come through.
Yes.
I get the feeling that that gate guard is hard to get through.
Yeah.
And
He also seemed a little dubious himself.
he seemed fine to me. I really like that place, by the way. Your home's great.
It's great.
I
right?
love your nan, by the way.
It's a pretty magical place.
Nana saved our lives.
Nana saved us.
I know. I knew.
Maybe
You
we
know
need to
what?
make sure she's
when
all
she
right.
didn't, we do. When you feel better, but I knew the second you were like she didn't respond, I was like she's coming. She's gonna be coming any minute. I just knew it.
The drama was appreciated.
Yes, and I think she's fine. I've seen her take down things much bigger than that.
Hunter's Bane one more time, just because we've been out of the gate for a minute.
All right, go ahead and roll perception with an advantage.
Oh, 21.
21.
119.
Feels fairly clear at the minute. Nothing catches your eyes, your sense, your ears as being unnatural, and you just hear the number of natural creatures and beasts that call this pocket home. You hear the calls, the distant growls. Nothing that threatens. Just comfortably away from civilization.
Which direction would we go?
Well,
if we were being tracked, where would they assume we'd be heading towards?
Who?
Oh, anybody who came
Chasing
from
us
the
from the
gate.
other side? If they even came out at the same time.
That's true.
We're still all covered in oil of Fey. Do we want to follow this stream for a bit and what? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And wash up and bed down. Figure out what we're gonna do. Contact Rin.
Bed down, all oiled up. Oh my.
Just starting to flake on me.
Just absorbing this shit like
Yes,
nobody's
right,
business.
we
Let's
should.
just
Yeah, you look very lustrous.
thank you. I
Yeah.
feel shiny, and it's
No,
very hard to
but
grip.
it's a good look on you. Yeah.
I'm having a very hard time like gripping the hammer. It just
Oh.
keeps wanting to like if I take a swing, I think it's just gonna go off into the woods.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, fist
That was like
it is.
a
Yeah.
film squib.
Let's do that. We're a mess, right? We're like
Yeah.
half muddy and oiled up on the face or whatever it is. So why
Lana's
don't
on
we?
death's door again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we find
Lie down somewhere.
somewhere reasonably out of the way, within
Defendable.
at least walking distance to this stream, right? You said waterfall illusion and then a real actual river or stream
Yeah.
by.
Let's head downstream a little bit then until we can't see the waterfall. Stop. I just.
Jesus.
Got a portable hole.
Let's let's go downstream for
Fucking
like
brother.
half an hour and then sit down.
Please.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yes, your butt does go everywhere. We know.
Okay.
So wholesome.
Continuing onward, but a half an hour or so, eventually the sky, through the broken clouds, the blue begins to go to the sunset colors, the welcoming oranges and pinks. And you find a place where you think you might be comfortable enough to take a short rest if you'd like.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
In this time, I would like to.
Got to make it rhyme.
Oh man, we've already taken a
In
short
this
rest.
time, I would like to find familiar to get back what's mine.
Okay, you got it.
I'm taking my short rest in the water.
I may actually. Well, I'm gonna bathe. This is
Yeah, I'm
bullshit.
gonna get. I'm
Is
gonna
what I'm saying.
do a little bathe as well.
Sweet.
Not me. Let it accumulate. That's how you get the ladies.
I'm holding up that musk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You can argue.
So you go ahead and recall Pate from the ether. Which is wild, because to do this particular ritual, you have to find, and easy enough to find, a corpse that is already somewhat decayed in the space, and you just kind of find a nearby half-eaten critter.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, I found like a, the bloated remains of a ground squirrel and kind of peel off some of its flesh, to kind of expose its rib cage a little bit. I want a squirrel head, so I ripped the squirrel head off, threw it away, and use that.
As you cast the spell, it's very similar to those extremely fast time-lapse photography of watching, animal corpses decay. As it bloats and pulls open, you watch as Pate's form begins to emerge, magically summoned from within the body before. It's like,
hello again. Sorry, that was really intense.
You did such a good job. What was it like getting eaten by that thing?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a new one. It's a new feeling. It was, I think it's awakened something in me.
Oh.
Anyway,
crawls up onto your shoulder.
Good boy. You did good.
Thank you.
Hang on, let me actually read this spell.
During this short rest, I'm gonna be working on my sourdough starter.
Okay.
Just feeding the starter, doing an auto lease, just getting it nice and ready for a next batch of stuff.
Okay.
Letters. I got you something, by the way.
Well, what'd you get?
Well, I had a bit of a rough time, as I'm sure you heard, and I opened up the portable hole. Check this out. And I go in, and there's a couple boxes of just like that, whatever the version of a crate fruit basket of raw Italian ingredients of like canned tomatoes, dough, lot just spices, just all of this stuff that I stole from the kitchen that I got raided.
Are there also 2 dead Fey warriors in there?
Yep.
Oh,
they're starting to go.
They're naked.
Well,
no, they wouldn't be going yet. It's only been a couple
It's been
hours.
a couple hours, and there's no insects or anything.
Should we take them out?
So yeah, all of this.
Thank you. That's so great. I can make some savory treats as well.
I mean, I'm excited for you to be experimenting with this new hobby. I think it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing for everybody.
I still can't taste anything, but I figure if I keep trying, maybe it'll just sort of come.
I think that we're going to figure out how to fix that, and I think that it's going to be important that you can cook your own first meal.
It would be nice.
I call out
really
from
excited
the river.
about it.
I can't remember. Can you smell?
Nope.
Terrible. That was too easy.
So while y'all taking the short rest, I need a couple rolls here. Liam, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Yes. It's a 3.
A 3. Alrighty.
You didn't say.
Roll another d20.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
This is a 13.
13.
Yeah, is this bullshit?
Then,
psychological war.
And then roll 2 d20s for me.
What?
Listen, if I'm gonna die of old age, I should be rolling the dice.
18 and 13.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
That was very
Marisha,
complicated.
I'll need you to roll a d20.
Is this some Fey shit? Is this because
God,
of the Fey
God, I
Realm?
hope
This
so.
is definitely
That's a
something.
This has
95.
gotta be. Don't fuck me, rudest. I don't trust the
No,
rudest
don't
die.
trust that die.
But we put oil of Fey on him.
Just straight rolls?
Yeah.
3.
3. Both start with a 3. Okay. Roll another d20.
13.
That's
That's exactly what you got. What? All right, and then roll one more d20 for me.
One more, not two more?
No, one
What
more.
was the last one you rolled?
I rolled 2 dice and got an 18 and a 13 on
Actually,
the
no.
final
For this
double
roll 2 d20s. Roll 2 d20s.
What if you roll the exact same roll? That'd be
Who's in height?
15 and a 4.
Okay, almost.
Spell's broken. You have no power
Okay.
over me.
Sorry.
Don't act casual. What?
Yeah, look at him. He's in
Come on.
It's gotta be some
He's trying to be casual with face.
Did everyone
nothing
heal
going on.
up to full
As far as you close as you can get to it.
And I
at least.
regained some sorcery points.
Okay.
And
Kind of do some things.
Right, with
I'm out
the
of rage.
blood vial.
Got all my fighty stuff back.
Oh yeah, my spell should be.
I've got a thing I can do still.
Alrighty.
Is it the worm?
It is the worm. Yeah. As long as it doesn't have anything.
You have your spell back?
Yes.
Everyone else good with their rest?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use the 3rd level that I just got back,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna send a message to Plane Rider Rin, right? That's who I should be messaging.
Unless your heart says that you want to message your father.
I can do that later.
Anytime.
Just know that that's an option in your life.
Thank you. Letters.
Wait, did we, what happened? It was bad. It was a bad ending. It was a bad last time you left. You saw
She
him.
hasn't talked about it, which means that maybe she's not ready to.
Yeah, that's true.
About it a
We
little
talked
bit.
about it.
Not to us.
I feel like we did.
Rode
and then-
into town, and the town tried to roll me out of it in a very unceremonious way.
violent way.
Yes, as they tend to do, and Imogen saved me. Also in a very violent way. It was very powerful, impressive. It's very capable.
It's the first time I'd ever done anything like that. I didn't even know I could.
But of course, needless to say, a couple of crazy ladies casting magic and maybe murdering a few townsfolk. We quickly had to go on the run. And been together ever since.
Sometimes people don't like that.
No.
A strong, bitchy, witchy, powerful woman.
Yes.
But it was, I mean, did your dad do anything to help, or?
No. But he'd been distancing himself from me for years.
It must have been hard for you.
Do you think it's because he was afraid that you would follow a similar path as your mother?
I'm sure he had reasons that I was unaware of. At the time, it felt like it bettered his reputation if I wasn't a part of his life as much anymore. I doubt that's everything. He didn't want to talk about her. And as he realized that I could read thoughts a lot of times before you, I didn't have control over whose thoughts I was reading. It came in like a storm. I would get bits of information that I know he didn't want me to have, so he just kept his distance.
Sounds like he should talk to someone too. Well, if he's all closed off.
His reputation, was he known for things?
Oh, no, we just worked for a very, really one of the most powerful men in the town. Master Fairmore, he has a lot of businesses around Marquet, and he lives there, and that's where he works out of, so, he kind of takes over the town, honestly.
And you worked for him, like on his farm
we ran
or
his
something?
stables.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, I can message Ren and let her know
That we'll meet her in your dad's house?
that we're on a path from, I don't even know.
Yeah, headed towards.
But maybe, you know what? Maybe Ren does know where the portal is. That's quite possible.
This is true.
Because I feel like she mentioned something about it.
Mm-hmm. Also, how are we going to know if what we did there in the Fey Realm has had any effect on their plans, or...
We won't. It could be months after that happened. We don't even know what time it is.
Can we see Rodus in the sky?
Felt pretty spectacular. Oh, that's a good
perception check.
question.
It's
Hold on
dusk
to your
right now,
butts.
right?
Guidance.
It bounced off the chair.
Hold on to your butts.
That's 2 cheeks down. I'm out of cheeks, man.
Oh no.
4.
Easy day.
Jody's like this.
You don't even see a sky.
His eyelids, they go a little wonky sometimes. Give it a minute.
Make a nature check for me.
Who?
Anybody.
Oh.
What's nature?
That's something like nurture.
Okay, so you do not see Ruidus in the sky. But you also understand that, for a large part of the day, it's not
usually not
there. At least half of it, if not less, based on the rotation of Exandria as a sphere.
Like it spins like a vinyl disc?
Yes, but a sphere.
Fey Realm does.
Fucking.
So, what do we do?
I'll tell you what I want really, really well.
So yeah, I can send Rin a message.
Also, as far as knowing if we did anything back there, haven't you had a little success poking around in the dreamscape? Could you run a scouting mission? Is that
Tonight?
silly? I don't know how it works.
No, we could try that tonight for sure. Certainly.
Just know that if it goes bad,
Maybe this.
before.
If we do it again, I won't get as close as I did the last.
Might need to find out if it worked. Well, we got out of it before. We'll be okay.
How many
Maybe.
people could you drag into that?
Let me think about that for a second.
In the meantime,
In the meantime,
let's get out of here.
okay. Should I send her a message?
I think so.
Okay, I'll send her a message.
Sure, before we change locations, yeah.
Yeah.
We're back from the Fey Realm. Mission accomplished. We're at the portal near the Talent Highlands. Can you come get us? What day is it?
Finn responds,
How does the calendar work?
"Oh, that is good to know. The other Verdi allies are currently vying for the shadow side as we speak.
Oh, great.
What's that mean?
other people going for the shadow.
I'm currently checking out the Tishton excavation site myself.
First time we've got a name for it?
Tishton, you heard in conversation previously about the ancient society that was being that had
Ziggurat built it.
Yes, built these strange kind of devices to channel the power of. You get a spell from Rin to continue the conversation.
Oh, nice.
There's many Vanguard here. Guardians, golems. They're adjusting, reinforcing things. Bit of a last-minute scramble. You must have left an impact.
Oh, it's destroyed. Yeah. I don't know how to make our way to you. We don't have means of fast travel. But we'd like to be of help.
Roll a 20 for me.
We gotta figure out how to learn that.
How to learn that song?
Just without anything added?
Yeah, just tell me what the number is.
6?
A 6, okay. Rin reaches out with another message connection to you. I understand. Let me finish up at least my scouting mission here. If all goes well on the other side, I should meet some friends of the Verity soon. Help set the stage for... Shit!
Oh.
That's all you hear.
No! Oh, no. I'm sure she's fine, but something went wrong on their end.
How do you know?
Well, she said shit, and then the message cut off.
Or maybe shit.
Shit?
Shit.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
don't say it like that if you're...
Yeah, no, you don't.
No, not even when you step in it.
Nope.
Yeah.
So probably not getting a ride today.
Probably not.
Well...
So run that down again. They're
Okay.
outside of, you said the Tishton excavation?
Yeah, and apparently there's another group that's taking care of the... They're trying to take care of the key in the Shadow Realm. They're amassing their forces, their group, to go for the one here. But it sounds like...
Still up Schitt's Creek without Rin.
They're gathering their defenses there too.
We've got the excavation site. In theory, we have a ship if we call them and see how many days it would take for us to meet up with them if we headed straight towards them.
Do we have, just knowing, just even from going to like Drusar to Bassaris, for example, would I have like a vague notion, or any of us have a vague notion of how long that would take to travel via airship from like where they are to here?
It's not quite the same distance. Just looking
No.
at the map.
From their, because they're currently moored in Eos.
City of Eos. Right.
So,
No, I'm just saying, knowing the amount of time that it took for us to travel, can I kind of deduce where...
I'm looking at the map.
How long it would take
Where we are.
to Eos to where we are?
Make an intelligence check for me. I'll say with advantage, because you've made the journey from the Highlands northward to Drusar, so you at least can kind of loosely triangulate your current position and where you've traveled. That might help you at least.
Int check. Both of them are 8s for a 9.
For a 9, okay. It's tough to
Imogen and Laudna dice.
It's tough to make any details. From the journey, what you saw, kind of watching the skyship path to Eos, it's probably no more than a few days to get to where you are now via skyship.
Okay.
And then if it took you about safely from Drusar to Eos, they said it was about 11 days.
Mm-hmm.
But if you cut right through the Hellcatch to get there, it would have taken like 7 to 8, with the possibilities of dangers involved. You're going into the Hellcatch, which has its own challenges. But yeah, a few days to get to here, and then a week or more to get there.
And Rin didn't say what day it was.
You have 13 days till the solstice.
So it is. We do have 13 days still. We didn't miss any time. The pace helped.
As far as you can tell right now, and with the promise of Mori, nothing too much has changed. And it takes you a short time to figure out that society hasn't crumbled. Nothing's gone terribly. So yeah, 13 days till the solstice. That look, Travis Willingham.
Those rolls for.
What were those rolls for? Was it?
Hey, or make sure you don't have a third nipple or something all of a sudden.
I've always had a third nipple.
Oh!
Get better perception, bro.
Sorry for him.
Yeah, it was we scratched.
Which time is it? It's afternoon.
It's
It's
at this
dusk,
point,
right?
it's past sunset, and you're starting to push into the evening.
Well, I don't want to be Miss Doom and Gloom over here.
Too late.
Yeah. But hopefully Ren is okay. But if they're not, then we can't waste any time. Should we just make the call to
We could always
tell them to
call them off
Yes.
if Rin's coming to get us.
Sure.
Just
I've
have
got
them-
one 4th level spell left that I can send a message to. Do you have it prepared today?
No, I do not.
That I could send a message to the captain.
Might as well.
That's the right call.
Just to be sure, not to beat a dead horse, I'm sure Fauna's fine. But you really don't want to visit home or your dad or... What? These aren't big enough. You sure you don't want to visit your dad just in case he has, like, I don't know, a tchotchke that could, like, sway your mom in a moment of conflict?
Take a point of strength.
We can head towards Jelvan. At least it'll give us a point of contact for the ship, all right?
You just...
But if they intercept us on the way, then that's even better.
Yeah, I agree. Time is of the essence.
All right, I'm gonna send a message to Captain Xandus. With my 4th level.
Xandus.
And then we're gonna go to sleep, right? We're gonna go to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yes.
All right. So we're not in Eos anymore. We need you to head towards Jelvan in the Talon Highlands to pick us up. As fast as possible.
Oh, well, then that is... Wow, you're just going all over the place. Okay, let me sober up about an hour and we'll start going.
Great.
Did he say how long it would take?
Nope.
Great. Well, we'll check in tomorrow.
I can't imagine it would be faster than a day.
About what time is it now?
Actually, about this point in time, the sun has set and evening has come to the dense jungles of the Talon Islands. The place where you took a short rest is as safe as any place you could probably find here amongst the non-being hunted by a Fey dragon arena of your day. If there's anything you'd wish to attend to before the night's done, you can make camp here if you'd like.
We should probably do something with these bodies in the hole.
Oh, shit. You're right.
It'll stink up that.
Yeah, it's just gonna fuck up all the food.
Should we throw him back
in
through
the stream? Oh.
Well, I mean...
Oh, the stream.
If that's true, no, maybe we should just throw him through the gate.
No, I don't know if he would appreciate that very
Well,
much.
what is he gonna do?
I don't know. I don't want to tempt it, though.
What if he likes it? We could be giving him a present. It could be he could eat it. Right?
I'm having a hard time denying that logic.
Hey, we'll tie it. Yeah, I'm gonna write a little note and tie it on the ankle of one of those soldiers that says,
there's something we should do. We have to make sure that we go through all of their shit just in
yes,
case
of
they have
course.
something.
Go through your shit.
I'll start
But
that.
I'm gonna write a little note that says, a tasty snack. Oh shit, I should rhyme this. shouldn't
Yeah,
I?
of course you should.
God damn it.
And we're gonna toss their corpses through a waterfall.
They're just...
We could bury them.
Yep.
Thank you back there.
Yeah,
Okay,
but-
okay. If
yeah.
you want to go for it, that's fine. I'm not gonna.
Thanks for your help, and out of the blue, a tasty little snack just for you.
That's great.
That's what I'll put on.
Great.
there.
Easy to mention.
Yeah.
You tag the ankle of the corpses and you backtrack to the portal where you had come through, and you throw the corpses through the waterfall. Okay.
And we've clearly gone through and taken.
No, you inspected the corpses previously
Yeah, what did they
and
have?
discovered that they didn't have much beyond their armored weapons. Like many soldiers that are, maintaining sentry of a keep, most of their belongings they keep in like a footlocker or
Sometimes
personal
they have
space.
cigarettes or like a little,
That's
little
true.
flask or something.
These
or,
didn't have
I don't know, a letter from home.
Yeah, as you ragdoll them through the waterfall.
Oh, memories.
Like so many wonderful Half-Life 2 playthroughs. They through the water, and that's when it makes a sound. The running water makes nothing, but the impact of the bodies, and they're gone.
Well, let's head back now before something weird happens. Yeah.
Creepy.
Okay. We discovered the place where you decided to set camp. Prepare for an evening's rest. And is there anything else you want to prepare for the night?
I'll take first watch because I'd actually like to go on patrol if that's okay and stretch my legs.
Sure.
Go find a bunny or a deer or something.
Get the taste of blood in your mouth.
This is actually pretty familiar. Before we all met, this is my shit.
Okay. I'll stay up at camp while you run about in the woods.
Yeah. Okay. Deep circle. Oh, don't worry. I won't won't bring it home with me or anything.
And you don't actually sleep, right?
I power down for a while.
Power down. When everyone's asleep and Chet's off running around, I'm gonna go ding 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 in your head. You awake?
Do you want me to be awake?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yes, I'm awake.
You okay?
Well, I've been a little on edge lately. If that's what you mean.
Well, I've always done a thing where, I mean, it feels great to help people and serve other people. That just feels good in and of itself. But I do this thing where sometimes I'm always trying to help other people because it's easier to not focus on my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You follow?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I mean, I have a new clarity. I feel like there's someone out there who's helping me. It seems silly at first, but it seems to be working a little bit. I know that I'm not going to learn anything more about myself from the past, and so I just got to make a new future for myself. And the only thing that I got to go on is I got this coin, and I got possibilities, and that's it. I'm just gonna follow that and see where it takes me.
You might learn more about yourself someday if all of this
seems like
blows over.
Everybody who knew anything about me has been dead for 998 years.
There's libraries, there's historians, we've heard stories about other beings like you.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but like it seems like I was one of a large group of instruments of death, and maybe I was different somehow, but maybe I was just the same. But it doesn't matter. I think the Changebringer's trying to tell me to just keep looking ahead, looking forward, and don't worry about getting bogged down with whatever I was then. Sort of reinvent what I can be now.
Are you hearing him?
The Changebringer?
Yeah.
She's talking to me in this coin.
Okay. Well, I like you having a direction you like.
So far, so good. I mean, I want to give it a go and see if this is the way. Maybe it is.
Okay. Well, I don't want to pry. I just notice you you always have, but really making an effort with everyone else, and I know that you've been a little edgy yourself, and
I sure have. I didn't want to tell anybody, but like today I got the urge a couple times to like really kill Chetney. But like really though.
I think that's natural.
No, I mean, I started to spin the old blade. I was close.
Well, please don't do that.
I'll try not to.
Okay. Well, good talk.
Sorry.
No.
I feel like I
was just trying to
tell you more, but there's nothing to tell. I feel like I'm a big question mark, and no one's gonna answer the question, so.
Yeah, but letters, here's the thing. That's what we all feel like. And someone's gotta help the helpers.
You feel that way even though you know where you've been and what your purpose is?
I mean, I don't know what my place is in the world. I don't know why the things that have happened happen. I don't understand what the gods are doing. I don't understand why someone wants to destroy the gods. It's all a big wash.
But you want to protect your voice of the Tempest. You have that mission.
Yes.
And you want to do right by the name of your husband and his father?
That is my prime directive, yeah.
Is that all? Is that enough for you?
For right now, it is. But
what happens if you succeed?
Well, that's the question mark. I don't know what comes next. But, we're probably getting out of ourselves because everything is maybe gonna turn inside out in 13 days.
I think it'll be fine.
I like that. I like that optimism.
Optimism is the best ism.
Smiley night.
You too.
We're gonna die.
While Chutney is
One
off
less
on a
chipmunk.
hunting spree, Orem keeping his watchful gaze upon the rest of you in this kind of chilly blanket of safety around this dull campfire you've maintained. A night of long-needed rest after an extensively exhausting day comes to you. That's where we'll go ahead and take a break. Back here in a few minutes. Pick up for the... Yep, you get a long rest. You can hit that button. We'll come back here in a little bit and pick up with the morning sunrise. See you guys in a minute.
I'm asking you to open your heart to chaos.
I'm either very unlucky or cursed, and I don't believe in luck.
I am your god. Long may I reign.
I want to unlock these mysteries. I want to dive as deep as I can into that ocean of the unknown.
I am of the Empire, but I am no friend to the Empire.
I protect him. He's my boy, and I keep him safe.
You need me more than I need you.
We may be heroes that no one knows about.
Mighty Nine, all new original series coming to Prime Video.
Gods above us.
Dragons attacking together.
It's like the end of the world.
And what exactly is the plan against 4 dragons?
Fuck! Shit! Uh-oh.
This is gonna be fun.
I am very flammable!
How about we get a drink?
I hope you fall into lava, asshat!
Oh, that's a new record. Usually takes us 10 minutes to get kicked out of a palace.
Vox Machina. These weapons were created to strike down the gods. Find them to defeat the dragons.
I got a beard!
We pissed it off.
We don't have that effect on people.
We're trying to save the world! Look out!
You are super fucked up.
That's new.
We need to get inside that dragon.
You're a mouthful of acid, no way.
The other way.
Oh, God.
The Legend of Vox Machina. Watch now, only on Prime Video.
My balls are ice cubes.
What are you... Don't you worry, Uncle Grumpy is gonna keep you warm.
This is actually kind of cozy.
A bounce, we go.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Style should never be a dumpster, darling.
I mean, the Traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision.
It's so cute, I can't handle it.
The cuteness, it's overpowering.
You need this? You probably need this. Roll an investigation if you want. It's basically perfect. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
It's me, Jester. So the Traveler and I were going to tell you guys all about subscribing to Twitch, but it sort of seems like he's not really here right now, which is so stupid. Traveler! Traveler! Artie! You know what? It's fine. I can do it by myself. With myself. I invoke duplicity. Hello, Jester. Hi, Jester. Okay, so what we're going to do today is tell the people at home all about the good stuff they get when subscribing to Twitch. Oh, I don't know what Twitch is, but that sounds good. Let's go. No, that's perfect, because this works for you too then. Okay, so there's a professionally moderated live chat. And if you subscribe, you can post the links in the chat. Like a link to a cool hamster video? Exactly like that. So what we do here is tell like really cool stories, right? And sometimes like crazy shit happens when we're telling those stories, and people that subscribe get special emotes so you can express how you feel. What if you live on the side of Exandria where it's really late and you're like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a few seconds, and then it's 2 hours and the music is playing and you're like, oh no, I missed the whole show. Oh, that's a great question. Well, if you subscribe to Twitch, then you can just watch all of our VODs as soon as the live broadcast ends. So cool, right? So cool. I know. Another really cool thing is you can gift subscriptions to people. Like, I could buy a subscription for you, Duplicate Jester, and for other... What are you doing? Look what I found. Oh my gosh. Paintbrushes. I could draw a dick. Oh, well, technically that might break Twitch's terms of service, so... But there's no rule against, like, drawing chubby little snakes. Yeah, or a really long balloon sword. Yeah, or like a really thick rope with like 2 honky knots at the end of it. A cucumber with 2 tomatoes. Yeah. A banana, you know, sitting next to an onion and another mushroom with like a little cat. A wooly dog with just 2 feet. Yeah. Artie, where are you? Should we go look for him? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, don't forget to subscribe to Critical Role. Okay, let's go. Okay.
And welcome back. So,
Beef dick.
way too late on the draw there, Sam. Y'all are getting sloppy. After a night's rest, a much needed rest for all of you, the morning light and the warmth calls you to consciousness, as you are now 12 days from the solstice.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's got a little ticker. You see that? You don't even know.
Do any of us need to roll any random d20s for no reason?
Yeah, what?
Sure, go for it.
It's 3.
Oh, God.
no.
Starting with a 3 again.
Roll 4 more d20s, followed by 17 more.
It's a new day, so I'll roll for Chetney.
2d6 and 1d8, please.
2d6 and 1d8. Is this just rollies?
Yeah.
That is.
I got every morning.
8 on the 8 and a 1 and a 3 on the 6s.
And somehow a 7 on the d6.
Yay.
It's important for a man who's stage.
All right. So the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I guess.
Shopping episode.
Well, no sign of Ran? Oh, we can talk to people, though.
Yes.
Yeah, did you take
I haven't chosen my spells, but that's certainly one that I will choose today, yes. And to answer your question from yesterday, I can take me plus 2 other people into a dreamland if we ever wanted to do that.
All right.
That might be fun because I'm also, I think I'm probably like, I might be like a wonderful psychic time bomb if you want to just have some way of.
Oh, like getting us out?
Or at the very least, I don't know, I think if anyone tried to get in my head, it would probably go especially poorly.
Well,
in there.
Speaking from experience, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's no sense not.
Yeah, you guys get stuck in
I hate to have anything we're not taking advantage of.
Anyone else, by the way, I don't want anyone to feel left out. If anyone else wants me to go into your dreams and poke around,
Really?
just to sort of, you know, feel free to. I'm open. I don't know. Yours might be rated NC-17.
Mine?
Uh-huh.
Nah, it'd just be dreams of him chasing
cars,
carriages. Yeah.
Would it be possible to, but we can do it later, but to just check in with Nana?
Oh, sure, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No rush. I think
Still
she's fine.
choosing spells, but I can do
you
it.
know,
Sure.
just to make
I'm gonna
sure.
send a message to. Well, we're gonna. You can
I'll
probably
use
send a
whatever-
message to Xandas and see where they
whatever
are.
you need.
Nana Mori, are you all right? I can't thank you enough for what you did. We made it out safely. Fern's very concerned in making sure that you're healthy and not injured in any way.
A moment later, you get a response from Maury.
Oh, least I could do. Maybe have to make amends in a bit. If they're bold enough to visit.
She's fine.
She's fine. I thought so. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. She's so tough.
Yeah.
We should
Sometimes
go back
so
to her
smart.
soul.
She's the Babadook.
She's really cool. It's my Nana.
Marmaduke.
All right.
Keep heading towards Jelvan, I assume,
Yeah.
because that's where I told him to pick us up. So.
Do you want to check in with, you mentioned Xandas, which is good, and also probably Ren.
Yeah.
I might want to check in back home, too. I know we got a lot on our plate.
Home, meaning?
My home.
With the Tempest?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know what I want to say yet, though, so don't start with me.
All right. Maybe, would you want to wait until the end of the day to check in?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to send a message to Xandas?
Sure. That's our ship, sky ship person, right?
Yep, that's your captain.
Sure. I will send a sending.
Okay. So go ahead and send a message
Wait,
to
what
them.
am I
What are you
asking?
saying?
how much closer they are, how long it'll be until they get here.
Okay. Captain Xandis! Belltail's here. What is your ETA?
Is that 3 words or no? Estimated time of arrival. Anyway.
And what else? That's all we need, right?
This is a collect all, so.
Yeah.
That's it!
You got 6 more.
Captain Xandis, Captain Xandis!
Better Hells, this is Captain Xandis, back to you. Yeah, Meg, going through the night, got about a day and a half before we arrive, so be ready.
Oh shit, you should have asked how long.
I'm the captain, I'm the captain. That's it.
It's a happy guy.
That's okay, alright, let me keep walking. I assume, oh God, should I check in with Rin? I imagine she would check in with us, with having been cut off so abruptly, but...
I hope she's alive.
My feeling
We should probably check in with her, because if we start walking towards Jovan, that's the name of the town?
Yeah.
Jovan? Jovan?
Jelvon.
Jelvon?
Yeah.
And she pops up here to find us, then we won't be here.
Yeah, but one would assume that she
tell
would
us?
contact us, and if she's not contacting us, there's probably a good reason, so maybe it's best to let that... I don't know. My immediate thought is to lie. Well, if she's in trouble...
There's nothing we can do.
Should I use my plane rider and link with her?
Would you, Chet? That would be
Sure.
great.
Rin, come in. C-Pop here. Let us know you're okay. Oh? Oh, good. Yes, I understand. It's okay to be jelly. Very well, I'll let them know. Thank you. She's fine.
Oh. That's great.
That's good.
I don't know how to respond.
Why does he keep rolling things without...
One would assume we're walking right now, right? We are.
Yeah, we're walking.
Okay, so who's leading the journey back to Jovan? You are the most learned person
we've
here.
been through these woods a lot.
Probably not quite this
Not
far in the
these
jungle,
woods,
but
similar
yeah. But you can go ahead and make a survival check with advantage, because this is kind of more or less close to your home turf, and you have a strong lead, especially between that and Laudna's guidance direction on where you have to get going.
Did you say you guided me as I... Was that what you said? Yeah. You guided?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I said you got it, but I'm guiding you. You guided it.
You got it. You got it.
You got it.
I was gonna guide you for sure.
That's amazing.
I feel wishy-washy taking that guidance.
Okay.
15.
15's not too bad. It's I would say, a somewhat treacherous up and down. The landscape here tends to drop and then climb higher, and as you go further south in the Talon Highlands, it just begins to climb. Most of this region itself is just varying degrees of mountain terrain. Many levels or various places have been leveled off to create, farm-ready landscapes, bits of civilization, journeys and steps and all means of transportation through and throughout this portion of Marquet. But where you are now, where it begins to really kind of settle towards the center of the region, it definitely becomes a hike, a perpetual hike at a kind of upward angle, switchback, climbing, the whole deal. It's a bit of a physical workout for all of you.
Would I know where the main road is that leads up into?
You would, but you're so off the path from where you started that you're
trying to make our way
yeah,
to
you're trying to get to that, trying to make it way, while also getting over in the direction of the city. So the day is, it's not a fast climb, I'll say. I'd like to have everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for me, if you don't mind.
It's always fun.
Is this the magic effect?
Oh, I shouldn't have used the cube. Thanks, cube.
Thanks, Keely. No, I'm just kidding. That was a terrible, terrible roll.
Ashton?
10.
10, okay.
7.
7.
11.
What are these
10.
rolls?
10.
Constitution save?
Yes.
21.
Whoa.
Well, you're a robot.
16.
Oh, yeah.
13.
13. Okay. Anyone under 10, which I believe is you 2?
Well, you were 10.
I got a 10.
Sorry, you were. Sorry, you're 10. It was under 10 was.
Oh, you were under 10. Oh.
Yeah. So you get a point of exhaustion.
Concern it.
Just from the challenge of the journey and trying to keep up. Whether it be you overextended yourself the day before, or just the perpetual ask of physical endurance and strength, as opposed to the litheness and precision that your use is your speciality. The exhaustion begins to kick in as the day progresses.
Stayed up all night.
Did you not stretch? You got to do your stretches.
I know. Actually, when we woke up, you weren't doing your workout.
I did them before you got up, and I think I pulled a hammy.
Did you want a piggyback?
Yeah.
Okay.
She turns into a...
Now that affects skill checks, and then I can't remember. Is it there's a disadvantage and attacks are a disadvantage?
I think that's at 3. I think.
I think it's just ability checks.
Yeah, just ability checks for the first one.
Okay.
It should say if you kick it on the.
But
I'm sure I can Google it.
Well, I mean, it
I
should
think
if you hit conditions.
It's at the very bottom.
I'm such a good player. I never hit conditions.
Wow. Are you moving at a progressively stealthy, like a half speed stealthy rate, or are you just powering through for the day?
Are we trying to be? Yeah, we're powering. I don't think we're trying to be stealthy.
Occasionally, maybe send Pate out to do a little like drone scout.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yes.
Yeah. Loudest drone ever. Look out, coming through.
Just him going, ah! Just screaming the whole time. It's terrifying. Thankfully, this first day's journey is relatively uneventful. It seems that there are no dangerous or threatening wildlife that caught notice of you in spite of you traveling without a stealthy interest in mind. But eventually the day does begin to draw to a close. You're about a half a day to a day's journey to Jelvan before you begin to see the sky color begin to shift and change. You can push through the night if you want to get there closer and threaten possible future exhaustion, or you could camp out for the night.
I think we camp, right? Because.
Yeah, we keep pushing on. Yeah, we can.
Because the ship won't even be there by.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think.
Well, let me ask.
Where's time is starting to tick, so I'm getting worried, but that's just me.
Like, what is this area like? I mean, is it pretty chill, or is it like, oh, so and so went out into the woods and was never heard from again?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, you know, any place beyond civilization in Exandria comes with its own dangers.
It's very non-committal. I'm a little disappointed in you. I thought you like on your horse and you would ride a bit more, give more
when
detailed
I'm on my
report.
horse, I'm riding fast, you know?
How fast?
What do you mean split the difference?
Just try and walk for a few more hours in the dark. That way we can maybe... Or get to bed early, so we can get up early.
Have we made it... Are we anywhere near the main road?
You're probably a few hours away from the main road before you start heading directly in the direction of Jelvan on the primary climb up the mountain to the first major plateau, which is where Jelvan resides.
I mean, tomorrow, it'll be 11 days until the solstice.
Yeah.
So, I kind of feel like we should hustle.
But the ship won't be there, so we can hustle there and sit around, or we can...
We could
hustle
get there and, you know, have time for conversation.
Or shopping.
Get a couple extra sugar cubes.
Do that thing where you comb its hair, and I think that's what people do. Just sort of
Something like that.
Smell its breath and.
Yeah. Nothing better than horse breath.
Well, I don't know. Like
similar to Chet's, actually.
do that rub noses thing.
Make sure you look it right in the eye. Mm-hmm.
Walk behind him.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, what's the plan?
We keep going. A couple more hours.
Oh,
Split the diff.
I'm okay with a couple more hours.
Okay. couple more hours. You all continue to push on forward. It is still a climb for the next couple hours.
In the dark.
In the dark.
Climb in the dark.
Are you still helming this journey?
I assume so.
Okay, go make another survival check for me.
Is it? Do we need somebody with dark vision?
Damn it.
You got this.
I do.
You got this. I'll guide you.
You got this.
It's just, y'all, I just don't want to go, so I'm sorry to tell you, but my rolls are dog shit. 11.
11. Okay. Okay. You do gain some ground before you begin to feel the surroundings are a little unfamiliar, and you feel uncomfortable pushing any further, which does stop you from getting as much progress as you could, but it also stops you before hitting a point in time where extended exhaustion may become a threat. So, eventually you go ahead and camp down for the night and set up.
Before we sleep, do we want to now try and check in with Ren?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure, I'll send a message.
I'll send a message at the same time.
We're sorry.
Are you all right?
Ran, it's the bell's
God
hell.
damn it.
Oh.
Keep going.
We are close to Gel Van. Are you okay? That's all.
Do you continue your spell? You've already used this a lot.
You got 22 words left.
Oh my compatriots
I forgot one thing.
are assholes.
I miss you.
Is there anything we can do?
Bye.
If you just want to transport me, I understand.
Okay. No response.
Oh, God, that's not good.
It could have been because you were doing it at the same
It
time.
could have been confusing.
Maybe you should try it again.
No, I think she's busy.
Or
dead. Don't say that.
Wow. It doesn't make it any more likely.
I am not the first to say
Changebringer,
it.
is she dead? She's not. This does not lie yet.
I think
that's how faith works.
I think she's been,
I think it
she's
just
been
did.
taken.
I think she's been taken.
She's alive. She's okay.
Any other messages before we sleep?
Or is that?
I think I should dream.
Yes.
We should dream.
I
Oh,
think
you're
I
gonna
should try to
do that? Yeah.
try to see where she is, what's going
Operation
on.
Dreamweaver?
yeah.
That's true.
I pull out my lavender. I pull out all my little
All the things.
Yes.
The tea.
The tea.
Who's gonna go in?
Oh, I can. I can go.
Yeah.
I can bring Lautna.
Lautna has to go.
Are you able to do all the things that you can do?
There?
No.
No.
You're kind of just incorporeal floating orby thingy.
Did you
Kind of just.
like? How did you? Could you interact? Could you move around? Could you do anything?
No.
How was it for
Wait.
you? I kind of felt like I was pulling y'all along with me.
Well, I mean, you know the way more
It
than
was-
us.
Nice having you there.
Still autonomous, but yes, it feels more like we're more of a support system.
And remind me, when it was time to sort of snap out of it, what did we have to roll?
I was going to say, I think it's someone who has a very strong mind.
Intelligence?
Right?
Wisdom?
Was it wisdom?
I can't
I
remember.
feel like it was a
Or
wisdom check or
charisma. It might have been charisma.
Well, we'll find out.
It might have been one of these three stats.
These are all things I should not be
3 to
involved in.
6.
I mean, we're trying to
If it's wisdom
like
and charisma,
get
I
a
mean,
peek in.
You're very perceptive.
I'm also wiped out, but
I'm also-
I'd be asleep. There's a lot of variables.
To be fair, you're exhausted.
Yeah, but he'd be sleeping. Would it transfer?
But when I got a little stuck in there and then trying to get out, it
Made it
me
worse.
exhausted.
Were you just along for the ride? You didn't try and make out with anybody? You gotta change the landscape to fit your desires. Take control.
Well, you're more just visiting. another landscape.
That's a weak-ass perspective.
But do you want to try, Chetney?
Yeah,
See
I
if
mean,
you have
I
any
don't mind. I'll run through everybody.
Do you have
I'll just
vivid
leave
dreams?
stamps.
Are you a vivid dreamer?
Oh, baby. Vivid. Yeah.
All right.
We can
Lucid.
dispense with all the things that get in the way, like clothes, inhibitions,
laws,
different languages. We all speak the same.
Orem, Ash, and
I don't think
I
Orem
will
should go.
we'll watch the area.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
you
I'm
should.
going?
I think
Yeah,
you should.
you should
Just
go.
made it.
Amazing. I should totally go.
And you're going.
Sure.
It's up to you, Laudna. I know it was uncomfortable the last time. I don't want it to happen again.
I'm more than happy to be there if you want me there, if you want to be. If you need that support.
We're doing it. You're coming.
All right.
She needs you.
Let's do it.
She feels better when you're around.
Yeah, we're gonna wreck this shit. It'll be great.
Question though, since we're all about to go to bed, I guess. Are you able to reach out to Zephyr beforehand?
Yeah, yes, I can.
I wrote it out for you on a piece of paper.
All right.
Oh boy. Here it is.
All right, I will send a message to Keyleth.
Mm-hmm.
Assassins are north of Eos. An excavation. Planning something terrible on the solstice. Some sort of god killer. Tracking it, but it's bad.
There's a slight pause before Keyleth's voice comes through your mind on the other end. I understand. The Ashari are beneath Terra at the moment. Something rooted beneath. And the rift is in danger. Might be connected.
I relay all that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, well, I guess we're holding it down for Zephyr here. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're right. I actually don't know. I didn't dive.
Who all did I contact today? It was just
Nana.
Nana, Rin, and okay, yeah.
Sleepy.
Grumpy.
Sneezy.
Sleepy Happy
What?
Sleepy Happy Grumpy Dove is Sneezy Bashful Dove.
It's not surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, druids do not have
And
sending,
Phil
so she can have to continue to converse with you.
Were you checking?
Yeah, I was like, she can't quite respond to that.
I have an Orem and DM question. Would Orem know where the Terra plane goes to?
The rift?
The rift?
I would, but I
Oh, yeah.
don't. Liam doesn't. I
Yeah,
can't
Is it a
remember.
realm of just Earth?
It's an Earth. There's
Earth is Earth.
Well, no. In the world of Exandria,
Under
Earth
the
is a
desk.
term for dirt and rock.
Yeah.
You know, it's a unique derivative of a
Soil,
world that
yeah.
is not an Earth.
Cool.
Sure.
But no, the Earth Elemental realm is a realm of dense rock, stone, gems.
Got it.
Or with
That's Terra.
with tunneled regions behind it. Terra is the Ashari city that is built around the rift to the Earth Elemental.
Got it.
Like Pyra
And is that
Exactly.
reached by going
Elemental
down?
Okay.
No. The rift exists kind of near the surface. I mean, it's a little subterranean, but the city itself is built around and above.
And where is it in
The
Taldor?
Earth thing.
It's in Taldore. It's in the Stormcrest Mountains.
Which is north, south, east, west. Help me.
That's north. It's
North, okay.
it's where Craghammer and other cities are
got it.
around.
The rift is
Bacteria's
the
not too
bottom
far
of
from
the bed.
Craghammer.
It all comes back to crack.
My notes, by the way, as you were talking, beneath Terra, rooted beneath.
Nice.
That's great. That's great.
I take very good notes.
Good notes. Much detail.
All right.
Sleepy time?
Sleepy
Got your tea?
I start to disrobe.
Of course.
Nothing bad will happen to you while you're asleep.
Oh,
Disrobe.
Time tea.
Yeah, we'll make sure I'll watch over all of
Who was
you.
playing
Don't
music
matter,
before? We
perspective.
had music.
Oh yeah, we had
Does that mean
music.
peel your
You play music,
entire
don't
skin
you?
off for you?
Who was it that was playing?
Oh, yeah. Which
I
one
can
is
do
it?
it.
Was
Do you
Ashton
want me?
playing
I can pull out my band.
No.
Do we?
I know. I remember.
Was it
that.
you that was playing?
Should we play some music?
It might have just been in the surround the ambiance that was at home. I can do it. I can do it. I can play music. I pull out my pan flute.
Do you have anything that might, like, help any of us? Like, with our mental... health? Yes.
Let me see.
Sorry. The Cliff Keep Mountains, not the Stormcrest. The Stormcrest are south of like that's. I have that wrong. The Cliff Keep is the north side.
It's a big world. It's a big flat world.
Look, I've been sitting out of this for a while.
Yeah.
Stormfront on the lower right.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Keeping it all in my brain.
I think I do.
Been a bit since we've been there, so.
Unless, does someone want to take my? Well, I don't know if that would work.
What?
The ring, my telekinesis ring.
And do what?
I don't know what that would do.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you can do stuff anyway.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna enhance your ability, and just give you advantage on. Yes, you, Imogen, on. What do you think? Intelligence or wisdom?
Probably wisdom.
Wisdom. Owl's wisdom.
Solve math problems in there.
Okay. Yeah, that's good, because then I'll get advantage on perception checks.
Maybe,
and stuff.
if it carries over.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And so last time, we just got a little bit too close and familiar with your mother. So I think we just need to maybe maintain a healthy distance.
Who should I search out? Should I search out Thule or Ren?
Oh, shit.
That's a great question.
We do need to see. Oh man, they're both in the same-ish place.
Potentially. I don't know where Thule went after they left.
Well, Thule will move because they're in their spot. It's not like they're going to be restrained or imprisoned. If we can get an eye on Rin, that'll help.
All right, that's true.
We also
I don't want to tangle with Ren or with Thule.
I feel like
Rin
Thule
too,
would,
like respect.
Thule would
you know?
know. If I hone in on Thule, I think she'd be able to spot me.
I think so as well.
She's gonna be mad too.
Yeah.
And we also
she's gonna be
know
mad.
that Ren was last there at the Tishton excavation site. So.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Night.
You got this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's us three.
Indeed. Left table.
Left table.
Left lobe. Here we go.
Should we hold
Maybe
hands
you
as
want
we
God
sleep?
grab before they sleep?
Hold hands.
Guidance.
Casting Shared Dream at
Guidance
level
lasts for a
4.
minute.
Oh God, he twitches in his sleep. Oh God, no.
Well, dreams are like 30 seconds.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah, no, it's valid.
I've heard these
It's cool.
stories.
You can go cast guidance all you want.
Guidance.
I'm not stopping you.
Definitely gonna help.
I love it. It's perfect.
And massage and just guidance or for hours.
Well, the three of you keep watch.
Just sprinkling lavender all over.
Here on the, perfect. Here on the kind of climbing mountainside of the Highland Bluffs as they reach towards the southern apexes.
Can we see Ruidus from where we are?
Actually, yeah, you can. It's since it's not quite at its full zenith, but it is maybe like a third of the way through its rotation for the evening.
Playing a relaxing pan flute.
Delightful. I love it. Until you go ahead and you concentrate on your spell, making the
Level
connection.
4.
And then you begin to drift off to a somewhat anxious rest, but a focused one. And what are you focusing on specifically for this? What is it that you are hoping to turn your exultant capabilities towards?
I'm gonna focus on Ren and the excavation.
Eventually, you fall into a soft slumber. And as the back of your mind begins to concentrate on that single glowing red sphere in the sky, the storm consumes you. The wind battering around. Here, you glance about and can see the soft motes of energy that represent the three friends that you sense their presence. Feel them tethered to you in some way. And you, for those who this is your first time journeying alongside the psyche, I believe it's just you for the first time. It takes you a moment to even consider direction before you realize that at the moment there is none. You just exist. The wind blows one direction, then it seems to shift the next for no particular reason or purpose. It's very disorienting. You focus on Rin. I need you to go ahead and roll a d20 and add your your charisma modifier.
Do I get a guidance? Do I get that guidance?
No, unfortunately. It took you quite a bit to go to sleep. But it feels nice to know that you were being thought of.
Should have taken that.
Charisma modifier or charisma save?
Charisma modifier.
16.
16, okay. You watch as the three motes of energy, you see the spiritual form of Imogen kind of drifting there amongst the storm, glancing about, and then begins to dive in a direction. And as she does, you feel kind of pulled from the sternum along with it, like there's just a thread or a rope that seems to be pulling you from within and dragged at her speed through the storm, like a downward arch, like you're just cresting the top of a roller coaster, and you feel what would be your stomach begin to drift upward. Those butterflies fill your person, and you just begin to dive into the storm, following her as you do. The clouds move past. You instinctually try and close your eyes, waiting for the dust to sting your eyes, but it doesn't make contact because you have no physicality here. But you can't help but reflexively do so. Eventually, shapes begin to go past in the storm rapidly. Shadows of what look like gnarled trees and bits of cliffside rock, before eventually you come upon a gargantuan pit, a drop-off in the surrounding broken landscape, a chasm, a massive hole in the ground before you. You can see pieces of equipment along the outside, excavation cranes and what looks to be wooden platforms built out over it, staircases that descend along the inside of this since dug or expanded upon sinkhole.
I'm going to turn towards the three of them and just think, stay close. I don't want to lose any of y'all.
Just bobble up and down.
I look down and I'm in a tux. Black tie.
Oh.
Just a floating tux.
Wow. You're a teeny dot of light.
You see a tux. The rest of you just see a little ball of light.
Looking sharp.
I'll have all of you roll a perception check.
Nah. Oh God, Jester, stand up. Okay.
You have advantage, I think.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if that works. Enhance ability works.
Right. Does enhance ability work here?
Because this is not technically a dream, this is a conscious... I mean, it is a dream, but it's one that of kind of your own direction and construction. You are in control of this, and as such, any mental attributes would carry over. So I will say the spell does affect this.
Okay.
16 over here.
16.
7.
7.
19.
19.
15.
15, okay. And the three of you, meaning you got a 7, so it was the three of you. As you come to the edge of this massive pit. Sorry.
Just a little ball of light.
Just drifting around.
It's like when you get a little like stuck in those rides and you're just flipping upside down. Can't control myself in the harness.
Yep.
Like
the gyroscope things.
Yes.
Yep. You do see shapes, shadows, kind of moving along the edge of this. Half a dozen figures near one of the lips that are shifting equipment, and some that walk around like patrols on the outer edge. You can see there are, some cliff faces that rise up. There are uneven elements to the land that surround it, but a number of these locations of the excavation that is very, very prominently, visible to you at the edges, there are a number of figures, though not quite detailed, that just walk around them. It is busy, busier than you even recall the last time that you visited. You also see large hulking figures. You see 2 of them just walking.
Humanoid?
Uh-oh.
Oh, like Golem-y?
You see what looks to be humanoid, standing about 12 to 15 feet tall. It catches your attention because the shapes are armor-like. They walk bipedal, swinging arms with thin upper arms and massive fists and forearms, The shape you can see, you see less of the details of it, but you feel the arcane crackle within. These are automatons. They are large guardian automatons that patrol the exterior of the site.
Does it look like the kind that we might have seen before?
You have not seen one like this before.
Okay.
You just
walk in a pair, or
no. You see two of them currently. One of which is kind of just patrolling the outer edge of the actual site, and as you kind of begin to glance over from your higher up position, you can see another one that's a little ways down on one of like the mid-tier platforms as it begins to descend within. That is just kind of stationary, standing there with a few other shadowed figures that are mucking about their business. You continue to think of Rin, and there is something pulling you towards this.
I'm going to try to head towards it. I don't want to get too close to any person, anything. I'm going to try to keep my distance from living.
Okay, which you can do, being able to drift through the space. As you drift over towards the center of this open chasm and kind of glance downward, you three find yourselves pulled along as well, that same kind of sensation.
Hold up really fast and turn.
Yes,
I don't know where Thole is, but if you see her, wake up.
Okay.
All right.
No promises.
Adjust your cummerbund. Come on.
Little orb just goes.
Lovely. Oh, shit.
Bond. James Bond.
Buckabee.
Indeed. Do you follow this urge, this draw?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue to slowly descend, almost corkscrewing downward into this, the three of you pulled behind. As you do, you can see these numerous sets of stairs that kind of curve down deeper within, as well as chunks of structure, ancient stone. It looks like buildings or spires or hallways, ruined, broken, left, destroyed by time or something long before it was buried, but they emerge at certain angles from the sides of this excavation. You can see elements of an exposed glimmer of society from long ago. It is not a city per se, but signs of intentional building. You see more of these figures going across long bridges that have been kind of pulled across and built to access other deeper tunnels. You can see there are multiple tunnel structures that weave through in and out these walls. People are, and have been for some time, slowly expanding what they've uncovered within the sinkhole. And it does look like a sinkhole. You can see where the natural kind of crumbling and fall in is, and you can also see the distinction where it's been manually expanded, whether it be through magic or tools. You're uncertain how much of this was at the hands of the Ruby Vanguard, Ludinus, or the other interests like the Legions of Allsight or the Seminary and other figures that have been, for some time, helming this excavation. And as you descend further, you begin to see what you once saw, which is the massive tower, the singular fork-like structure that kind of sits center to this excavation pit. This towering piece of ancient intent that has been, I want to say retrofitted, has been built upon. And you can see around it the other structures and ruins that exist. There is a bustle around its base. You see a handful of other massive automatons. You see dozens of other dark shadows of humanoid figures moving around doing their work.
Any smaller automatons at all?
No. You just see down here 3 more of the large ones that are kind of running about, and they're doing work. They're lifting things and carrying them over.
Natural 20! Yes.
That's 24 total of?
21.
21. That's great. The details become clearer to you even still. They're moving equipment and they're building. They're moving things. You can focus and see glimmers of energy.
Easy.
Huh? Yeah, I've had stopped farting all night.
I'm sorry, Laura. They're moving energy sources. Cores are shifting. They're being pulled even further beneath the ground, separated.
Separated.
You get the sense that they're reflexively enhancing their build based on recent circumstances.
They need more power.
Redundancy.
Backups. But they're bringing them beneath the ground. Whereas once you saw them affixed to the exterior of the one Malleus key you encountered, here there's much more of them, and they're being brought to multitude tunnels.
Yeah.
And as you look at this central spire that seems to be the centerpiece, you also get a glimpse of a Malleus key-like structure far larger than the one you encountered in the Fey, built against, onto, and around this spire. You get the ominous sense that this may be the centerpiece of what is to come.
Okay.
You also see a figure standing at the base of this tower. Do you approach?
Well, what does the figure look like?
It's what's pulling you towards it.
It might be Thule.
Thule might be your mother.
Could be your dad. Could be your horse.
Can I get? Can I do like an insight check? Does this feel like the same pull I had when I was searching out my mother? Does it feel more directed? Does it feel?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, familiarity.
Yeah, malicious. I don't know.
It's just grasping the essence of the energy.
Insight is also
20.
Wisdom, by the way.
Yeah.
Why, yes, it is. 20.
20. This is different from that. This feels like a continuation of your intent.
So it feels good.
It feels like a continuation of your intent.
But it feels.
you were looking for.
It feels. Does it feel the same as when I was looking for my mother? Is what?
It does not feel like your mother's energy.
So it's one of the two. Thule or Rin.
Yeah, and your intent is Rin, so that's good.
I just don't trust Thule. I've let her intercept that. If she knows what your intent is.
How fast can you get out?
I don't know. I've never tried. My mom sent me away last time.
We're here.
Yeah.
You've got this.
Take a chance. You've got this.
You've got this.
Roll the dice.
Take a chance. Suck a dick.
You continue.
Still want it.
You drift down with the three of you being pulled in tow.
Said that on the...
And there you see at the base of this spire, standing, hand out in front, frozen, stone.
Oh.
Plane rider Rin.
No.
Stone.
She got
Petrified.
stoned.
Petrified, at the very least.
Locked in place and left for all to see. Whether it be a trophy or a warning, you do not know.
Fuck. Not dead, though.
Yo.
Not
Petrified.
dead.
Something pulled her.
Yo.
Something pulled me here, though. That means she has to have some essence still inside.
If she's petrified, she's not dead. We can fix her.
Time to go.
Time to go.
I agree.
Time to go.
Oh God, he's rolling
Yeah,
dice. Let's
we're
wake
gonna try to
up,
get
wake
out.
Up. Wake up.
Okay.
In the fleeting moments, I'm just gonna see if I can swoop by and look closer at one of those automatons. Just see if there's any cores that are showing, or any eyes, or any features at all that I can discern.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
16.
16. You kind of drift over to the extent that your tether to Imogen allows you, and you look upon it. The body is almost egg-like in its mass. The arms. It has large clockwork legs and arms that swing like battering rams at the sides as it walks. The head small and shielded. It is armored, and it is intended to be a guardian, a mechanical sentry designed through Arcana. That's what you can ascertain from it. I will say, there's something about the machinery that is assembled around this tower. And it didn't quite hit you before because you didn't quite get close enough to view it. But now that you have a moment, there's an odd familiarity.
Oh, shit.
To the way this design has been built and implemented around this spire.
Attack. Okay. Might be fucking Hadmidads.
You also notice
that would be a trip.
A flash of glowing eyes not far from where you stand. As you kind of glance over in that direction, and you see a female figure
No.
Trip the security system.
right around the side of this tower that is
Waking up.
looked in your direction.
Waking up.
My direction.
Wake up.
Waking
Me?
I'm waking up.
Everyone?
Wake up.
Okay, well, if I wake up, I think everyone...
Wake up.
Okay, I'll try to wake up.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom save. I'm good at these.
I died during one of these once.
What are you talking about?
11.
11.
Oh no.
Okay.
You wake up?
As soon as you hear this from Imogen and kind of sense the chaos, a voice enters your mind. How interesting. I know you. And as you try and pull away for a moment, you feel this like cold sensation come over your mind and you can't move.
Did the rest of us wake up? I want to get the fuck out.
You're attempting to wake up?
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Make a wisdom saving throw. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Just make one for fun too.
The rest of the people just continue to move around. They're busy and bustled.
Natural 20.
Yes,
All
let's.
right.
Would you
Natural
consider this a
20.
magic
No!
Let's go,
We've
ladies.
been stink like all night. Oh my god.
Really hot.
Consider
Guys,
a
the
magical
robot's about to
effect
die.
you're saying
No, I
you're
know. I
saving
kind of
against?
don't want to wake up, though. That's
I would say yes. I would say it's pretty close.
It's true.
6.
6. Imogen and Laudna vanish from this in some strange liminal state without the tether that holds you in this dream. Both of you feel this cold sensation over your bodies, and the reddish coloration.
Yeah, baby.
The reddish coloration instead becomes a black and white colorless scape. You watch as the dark shadows moving around continue to move, but they blur and get darker as you now see the feminine shape of Odohan Thul begin to walk towards you, FCG. Eyes glowing, like two spotlights focused on you. Like you caught a glimpse of a nighttime creature and nothing but glowing orbs peering back that get brighter and more focused as it walks towards you.
Fuck.
All right.
The last thing you hear in your mind. Well then, punishment it is.
What? In a dream?
A screaming pain shears into both of your minds, and you both immediately wake up screaming.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
What if she uploaded some new software in your brain?
You both take 36 points of psychic damage.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
36
Ow.
points.
Anything else?
As far as you know.
Ah!
Are you all right? What happened?
Yeah, we're... it's not good.
She punished us.
Your nose is bleeding a bit.
How much time has gone by for the people in the waking world?
It's been I'd say about an hour.
An hour?
How does she see us? How does she do that? I mean, no. I mean, yeah, it went well. We saw things, but she saw us.
Yeah.
She who?
Fool.
Check the orb.
She's in the Shadowfell.
Oh, yes, I checked the scribe ball.
No.
The vision changed to a grayscale. I thought we were on this plane, but at the end, when the red went away, when you left, it turned.
It turned grayscale, but I will say that
not more like nighttime.
It was more of a representative of you both beginning to lose your connection to this space.
Not a Shadowfell color representation. Okay.
If anything, you both were about to fade out before you were basically hit on the way out the door.
Oof. That sucked. Are you okay?
Yeah, I kind of liked it. That was powerful.
I switched all your clothes.
What do you mean?
Oh.
With each other?
Yeah.
Oh.
FCG doesn't have a ton of clothes. What are you talking about?
Who's wearing
Why am I
what?
wearing a brassiere?
Who's wearing what for? Who's wearing what?
I just mixed it all up. Thought it was fun.
Whose brassiere?
You were gone for so long. Yeah, you've got a brassiere. I'm pretty sure that's Chet's.
That's a harness. It's not a brassiere.
Well, I don't know. It's like a strippy brassiere.
It's got stretchy joints.
I asked her a couple
Anyway,
times to
what
stop.
happened?
I'm super tired.
What happened? What happened?
Well, we found Rin.
Good.
She's been turned into a statue. She's been
Bad.
Yeah. Super
She can't
bad.
get, that means she can't find us. She can't help us transport anywhere.
Can't do anything.
I'm glad we called this guy.
Can she? But if you talk to her, even if she's in there, can she still hear you?
Can she
I
be
didn't-
psychically interrogated? Is
Probably.
another very
Yes.
important question.
Also, there are tons of mechanical sentries. There's huge automatons. At least 5 that we saw.
Probably more. They were like 15 feet tall.
Did you get a vibe?
It looks familiar, but I don't know why. Maybe they were created by the same method that I was, or
In the same
at the same
time?
time, or by the same person, or
The structures around it definitely are ancient. Been around for some time. What
The
I do
Amalgus key there is huge. That is the Amalgus key, right?
Malleus key.
Malleus key.
among us.
And they were
Among
upgrading
us.
their PC.
Upgrading, but also I think diversifying the power source, like making a backup of redundancy. You must have heard about the attack, and the second one was underground, right?
moving a lot of those
Yeah.
cores underground. Would I have some sort of like arcane vibe about like the spire that it was being built on?
Sure, roll Arcana.
Good for me. That's nope. You didn't roll good for me that time. 14.
14. Best you can tell, I mean, you understand, especially just kind of the natural essence of magic in this world and being periphery to large rituals, things need a focus. This looked akin
That's
to
true.
like a lightning rod, if you will.
Would I, having known what like Delilah was having a nice front row seat with Delilah, if this felt like a similar ziggurat that she was using?
I mean, it didn't have any sort of ziggurat structure to it necessarily, but, you know,
Some
the
sort
the
of-
intent of its construction gives you the sense that it's either meant to receive or direct or both.
So we're shooting the moon.
That's the part that's been tickling my brain. Like, we destroyed the first key, and the moon disappeared.
Yeah, but that was the tether to the Fey Realm.
So we cut the tether.
We cut the tie from this plane to the Fey Realm.
If you recall, just to remind you, Ruidus does not appear in other planes. It is terrestrial. And it was what essentially tipped off the Callaways when they were wandering towards that darker side of the Fey that they saw the first tests of this key and Ruidus' appearance and caused them to begin to investigate. So, you seem to have stopped whatever purpose they had for a key in the Fey.
Weird.
Well, that's it, though. Like,
Well, like weird pitch here, and this is just from living with a crazy ass engineer for a very, very long time. What if they're sending from here? These things are here to send aspects of the moon to other planes, so that we've got. Basically, we're sending signals or stuff from here, and they're receiving it in other weird places. So there's probably 2 other places that have moons that shouldn't have moons.
There were. I think there's only
2 left.
There's 1 left now. The Shadow Realm. I don't think there's another key outside of that.
We know.
What do the 2 other realms
Anybody knows of it.
have to do with it, though?
Yeah.
You do recall in the conversation with some of the members of the Grim Verity that the Fey and the Shadow Realms are the closest in cosmology, like the planes that are the most borderline to
Sandwich.
Exandria. And as such, the power that run through those various realms are parallel and easiest to access.
Power. So it would have made this key stronger to have those ones. It's all just an effort to get more strength here.
Just a multiverse multiplier on their power source.
Could be.
To shoot the moon. That sounds so weird.
So regardless, we have to take out the one here. But
I think that's correct. And then to your point, if it's there to either send or receive, we've already seen that there's a lattice or a gate on the moon. Is it just, like you said, like a big arcane beam to break the gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a key.
Yeah,
open
gate
it.
to get in. It is called a Malleus key.
Maybe they're just opening the
Just
maybe they're
opening
just
the
opening the gate. Oh my god. I mean, why not call it what it is?
So what's the play here? We're running out of time. Our one strong ally in the vicinity is tabled. We've got the skyship, but that's still not that fast. So we don't have a lot of time. Do we go on a direct run towards the main spot, or do we attempt to weaken their,
there's already a team in the Shadow Realm.
Also,
Are
we
they
don't
doing
even
as
know
well
how to
as
get
Ren?
there.
Yeah.
Well, we could maybe check in with, what's his butt? What's the guy that was also there with Ren? That we were talking to that's with the...
Oh, right.
With the Verity?
Emerald Kai.
Yes. We could check in with Evan Kai.
But he can't plane walk.
No, but he might be in contact with the team that's in the Shadowfell.
Find out how that's going.
To
That's
at least
true.
figure out how that is going.
Well, we can get in touch with him though, like as we're sky shipping
we're driving
straight to, like it feels like
100%.
we got another day to get to Jovan, and then what did we say, 7 days to get to the?
Potentially.
And that's
Also-
like
We'll
that's
be-
like
that's
the
it.
day of, the
And
day
our,
before.
Our options are limited because how the hells are we going to get to the Shadow Realm?
We're not.
we're not
We're
going to
not.
the Shadow Realm.
But we have no ride.
No.
Not currently.
We'll have
We can
time
check
on the
in.
sky ship to like call everyone we know and see.
We've got 11 days to raise an army.
All right,
from
hang on.
a
And listen,
moving
with this,
sky ship.
as souped up as it was, especially with the automatons, the diversified power source, we'd have to hit both in tandem or try to disable the key. I don't think, as awesome as we are, we're pretty awesome, that like an assault is going to work.
No.
We have to get clever and sneaky, which means you have to go home.
I've got to find a way to get in with my mom.
Yeah,
She's got to work it from the inside.
yeah.
She doesn't want to be there. At least that's what she keeps telling me.
Well, it's hardly an option anymore.
Yeah, you gotta work that.
Afraid Jenny might be right. Feels like our only option.
I'm really fond of you guys, but the idea that all this falls to us
No, we're slapdicks. This is not going to happen.
ludicrous.
It's hilarious, actually.
Stupid.
Who was the woman who helped get you all to Whitestone when I was super dead? Do you think maybe she would be able to help Bamf us?
She can
She just said she was busy.
travel through plants.
Nobody's fucking busy right now.
No, she can.
No,
She can do it, but
your
she's.
master.
Yeah, who are you talking about?
No, there was a person in Bassaris? Drusar.
Yeah.
Drusar, who Escharos knew.
Oh, that was an Escharos contact.
No. Hang on.
Shania Twain.
I'm not.
Yes.
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 Who is
It was Shania Twain.
What? Right? What was her name?
Yep.
I think it was
Mania
Twain.
Twain.
Jiminy Costco.
Jiminy Costco.
You're mixing it up. Mixing it up.
Let's go.
Jiminy Costco.
Come on, witches.
Yeah, I just think we've got to turn over every fucking stone.
Mania Ture.
Mania Ture. Shit.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Mania Ture.
That's in Drusar?
That's in Drusar.
Yeah. So there's Mania Ture and then
And what did she have access to?
She had plants dried.
She had plants.
We had traveled through plants.
Okay.
With her.
Mania Ture, there she is.
And since you can send pictures into people's heads,
Can I?
can you?
I can send words into people's heads.
Did she use plant stride?
Yeah.
Mania Ture?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then,
I
of
don't know
course,
how this shit
Keith.
Is there a shitload of fauna around?
No, that doesn't help
Nothing
us.
that we saw. It's like a desert.
And I think Drusar's farther than where we're trying to go, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, of course, we got to get to Jelfon. Yeah, that's where the ship is picking us at.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there that will give us a
Some
key to your
sort of
mom.
insight.
This is just a crazy trail that I'm gonna go on.
This is?
Mr. Yeah, because I'm always real straight shooter. Wait, Mr. Faramore was so your dad worked for him?
Yeah.
Who's he? He's just
Master Faramore is he's basically a merchant, a very successful merchant.
okay.
Very successful.
Did he know like your mom and stuff, or just your dad?
I don't know. I assume so. I mean, my father was working for him before I was born, so.
You know what else keeps bothering me? We still haven't fully cracked how Otahan is bamfing all over the place. She tends to just do her own little shadow walky shit.
Yeah, she's real strong.
But I wonder if, you have
There's a
some
way
sort of
to-
access to
Well,
that.
because you're
To dream into a
Ruidus born.
place.
Right, and then we can manifest
Shift
ourselves
in there.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm trying to get at. Yes.
I know. I thought of that as I was looking at Ren. Like, could I force myself? But I don't.
One of you did see Otahan in the Fey Realm vanish, and she vanished after reading a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
After a piece of rolled vellum.
Yeah, come on.
But that was a
Sort of
plane.
fade
That's
out.
a dimension
That's a
hop.
shift, not necessarily on this plane.
Yeah, what if you tried meditating or something? You're just trying to like.
When you went all, bananas and had your power surge or whatever, it was when you were super irritated. Like, you got, really picked at for a long time, and then that sort of happened. I wonder if you get to an agitated state, if just more power will come out or something.
You want to try hitting me a few times?
Oh,
Is it kind of like you, FCG?
FCG, how are you feeling right now?
I've been better, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you on the wheel?
If this is bad, I'm like here-ish. I just haven't been really feeling good the
yeah.
last couple days.
Yeah, to be clear, that one's not bad.
I think just time and... You know what? If we don't do stressful things, I think I'll probably be okay.
But our whole world is stressful
That's
right now.
probably a problem, yeah.
What if you could communicate with, like, if you bring your red person out, what are they called again? Rylus?
Oh,
Rylora.
Weird alien.
What were they called?
Rylora.
Rylora.
Rylora Bailey.
Yeah,
You could
Rylora
try to
Bailey.
communicate with it and be like, what is this? What are we doing? Who are you? What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we, I don't want to say interrogate, but can we have a conversation with your weird alien?
It could go real south, but I can give it a try.
I mean, what won't go real south right now?
Yeah.
But it's gonna hurt us if we're around it. Just remember
Can we
that.
hold it? Can we? Do we have any way of keeping it at bay? Do we have any way of locking it down?
I mean, it's a friend. It's an ally. It's not gonna intentionally hurt us. It's just it's got, I don't know, strong mental capabilities. Why are you flipping them off?
Because he's out of Werther's.
I love
Really?
them. Give me one.
They're pretty good.
Why you have so many Werthers in your bowl?
Is this like a pog of you? Why is this your faces on this?
Did the Rylora? Did the Rylora, when we saw them on it on the skyship, did it like have any kind of language that we didn't understand?
It didn't have a mouth. It didn't have any like features other than just like the shape of its body.
Just a red.
It's a friend.
Glow of its eyes.
might
It
be
was
like
it was
a-
like semi-ethereal in its presence.
Maybe if it's a friend, it'll talk to you
Or think to me.
or think to you. Same.
If you summon it, how do you get rid of it?
This should be my new.
I think I just send it away, or it stays with us for an hour. Maybe it could watch over us while we sleep, because it's still nighttime.
To sleep. You could get in its head too, right?
Get in its head?
Whoa. The Rylora.
I could listen to their thoughts, yeah.
And can you do that thing where you're able to understand all languages?
Sure.
Let's do it. Why not? It's nighttime. We got to do this and then go to bed.
Why are we trying to talk to this thing?
Not tonight, maybe.
Well, it's not my idea. I'm just trying to.
We're trying to summon your special friends and then communicate with them and ask them something or tell them something.
I don't know.
What if they're just you?
What are you talking about?
Like echoes.
Or facets of your personality.
Then we'll know.
Or your, everybody has sort of like demons or good passions and bad passions, and maybe these are a bad passion. Or a good passion.
They're helpful.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're exactly what they appear to be.
Which is
some weird alien shit that's come down that is involved somehow in the Red Moon debacle.
We can definitely. I can try to talk to them, if that's what you want.
Do y'all want to do this now, or do you want to do it?
And what are we trying to find out?
The
Just where
middle
they
of the
came
night.
from? What's their deal?
I think we're grasping at straws right now is what we're doing. We need to travel to Eos.
Well,
we don't have a
doing that
ride.
too right
We need to move. We can do this on the skyship while we're in motion.
It's like
the
1 in
rest
the
of the
morning
night.
right now.
FCG.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oi.
Get up early
Did you
and
tell
get
us
to
about
Jelva.
you kind of recognizing some
I
of
did.
this?
I said I recognized it. Yeah.
I mean, we know that all those structures were ancient. I don't know. Do you think
That those robots were my father and mother?
just yes? I don't know.
Maybe.
Kind of using similar tech
Yeah.
from that time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm built of the same stuff, and when we get there, I will revert to my old self.
That's
I don't
what
know.
I mean.
Or
yes,
just learn
that's-
something.
Or learn something, but you are already stressed out, so I don't want you to like.
Did y'all get an impression that those automatons we saw were free thinking, or did they seem to be?
I don't know. I didn't really get a sense.
They look like they were on patrol to me.
It didn't really seem like letters.
All right, young kids, have a good time. I'm going to sleep.
That's a good idea.
All right. You all resting for the evening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You complete your long rest.
Do we get a long rest? Is there anything adverse?
You do get a long rest, but you do wake up exhausted.
1 point.
Yeah.
For
You clear
FCJ,
yours.
not-
Yeah, 1 point.
Okay.
Yep.
I ain't worried about it.
Condition.
Conditions.
Man, tip your wizards, ladies and gentlemen. Tip your wizards.
You wake up the following morning, most of you refreshed, some of you a bit bruised in a place you've never been bruised before. Your mind throbs with a pain, a dull ache, a headache, but deeper than the forehead-centric pain that you've encountered before, and you maybe have never had before.
This is so cool.
What is?
It hurts. Inside my... Is it localized to my head also, or somewhere else?
For you, actually, it's kind of all throughout.
Interesting.
Yeah, like comes in waves. Need to sit down. Wow.
That'd be nice.
I feel alive.
Yeah.
Just new.
Nothing like a little pain.
Is it a different time, or were they working through the night
Live by it.
on that excavation site? There's not a time difference.
Yeah, we would be
No,
the same.
you're in practically the same region. Maybe a little bit further westward and southward, but yeah, they were working into the night.
Is this day 11?
This is day 11.
Day 11, thank you.
Can I? Shit, I should have done this last night. Just like, be like opening up my thoughts and seeing if I can sense anyone that's not us.
Around you right now?
In the same way that Thule discovered us. Just to make
like
sure
to?
she's not spying on us.
Okay. Let's make a perception check.
I don't know if that does anything. Guidance. That's not good. No, it's shit. 7 and 10.
Okay. No, seems pretty clear around you. But the day is getting warmer, and the journey's before you.
Let's go.
Any talking we do is walking to your hometown.
Yeah.
Walk and talk.
Okay. You progress up the path a bit before you do encounter the main road. And it is an oddly comforting sight to see this, main pathway that carves through the kind of central eastern side of the Highland Bluffs. Kind of settling up alongside that and continuing onward, you pass a couple of horseback, could be runners, could be note carriers, it could be all sorts of individuals that just kind of dart by on their daily business, not paying you any mind. Cart goes by with a cluster of goods being brought towards the Hellcatch or other regions throughout. And we'll say it's probably mid-afternoon where you come up the last length of the first major bluff mesa top here. As you come into the beautiful green fields, the farmland that spreads around, partitioned by family or business or collective that runs this portion of the surrounding fields of the city of Jovan. This is very familiar to you. You've seen this region all your life, and only since leaving it in your dreams. But it's humble. Though the town itself is not small by any means, its sprawl is modest. This is definitely a town of worker folk. People that till the land. People that see to the well-being of other members of the society under the Stratos throne. You can see all number of paddocks held to maintain beasts of burden, livestock. You see trees and orchards scattered throughout, planted and intentionally maintained. This is a beautiful place. And it is your home. At least it has been up until late. You also notice, as you're taking in the sights, a shadow in the sky from the east. As you see the approaching skyship that you had summoned.
Oh, shit.
Coming within the next few hours, maybe in the next hour or so it should arrive. You being the first to gather it, with your periphery vision and the speed that it normally travels. You gather probably here in the next hour or two.
We should get to my father quickly then.
Think he's home? Still nice and early.
If not, he's at the stables.
All right.
mid-afternoon now, right?
How long since you've been here?
I think it's mid-afternoon, right?
What do you mean? What?
How long since you've been home?
A few years.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you heading into the city? Are you heading to the stables? Are you heading to your
Probably
homestead?
heading to Master Fairmore because I know he starts work early in the morning.
Okay.
There.
All right. So you cut through kind of the, well, from your perspective, heading into the town, what would be kind of the left-hand side of the city. You kind of dodge past the Winstead Marketplace, and there's all manner of, small shops, general stores. You see Garrod's Wares and Trade, which is a kind of one of the larger equipment warehouses that has been here through the Garrod family, or the Tildemere family for 6 generations at this point. So like you grew up, around the kind of the older kids from the Tildemere family, kind of dicks to you when you're younger. But when they got a little older, they seemed apologetic, and you just kind of kept to your own. Everyone here is going about their lives. They're coming to or returning from gathering supplies. You all kind of stand out a little bit, but you see a number of individuals kind of glancing over in the direction. Do you make any notions of hiding your presence here?
Just kind of make eye contact with people and nod as I make my way.
I throw my hood up and kind of just keep my head down.
Okay. Well, the energy shifts upon a few moments of recognition, and you begin to notice the townfolk making wide berths. Between the arrival of you and the inability of the hood to hide too much of your presence, nobody is outright aggressive. Some folks don't seem to make a moment of recognition, but a handful of the mainstays of Jelvan definitely kind of catch a glance. Old lass Gemma kind of gives you a sidelong glance with her, kind of wide, bulbous red nose, and kind of gives you a sidelong stare before she kind of backs into her homestead and closes the door. Horses being drawn through the town towards the stables where you're headed. The young stable hand there kind of glances over and sees you and has a moment of recognition, and then a moment of remembrance, and then kind of hurries the horses along and goes into a jog as they follow suit. And the homecoming is a little more mixed than maybe the rest of you were expecting.
I stick with Laudna, and I make eye contact with every person I come across.
They give a much wider berth.
I don't know. I don't know how badly I hurt anyone when we left. They might not like us too much right now.
Well, you've picked up a couple more strays since the last time you were here.
Eventually, you walk your companions to the large gated archway that leads to the open rolling fields and beautifully manicured estate, the Fairmore estate, as it is labeled in the exterior. A number of grounds hands and other caretakers of the estate are going about their own daily chores and work. Out in the field, you can see there's a number of hogs that are currently being rounded up for feeding time, and you can see the stables off to the left-hand side of this massive, sprawling mansion that marks this particular Fairmore homestead.
Imogen, how are you feeling?
Fine.
No.
Inside you.
It's
terrible.
She's lying. No, yeah, I'll just peer in and see if I spot.
Okay. As you kind of approach the exterior of the stables, it's a bit quiet. You hear the occasional on the inside and some rustling of some of the horses that are being just kind of kept off to the side to get their either their feeding time taken care of, or having their saddles changed, or just restful and not currently in use. You kind of step inside and look about, and there is one kind of young, bright-eyed, 14-year-old girl with kind of like a mousy face and a a teenager's complexion, kind of half-elven pointer ears, and kind of dark brown hair. It's kind of braided in the back. She looks like she's been sweating a bit and is in the process of cleaning out one of the horse's horseshoes before she glances up and looks to you. Oh, hi, can I help you?
Is Relvin in?
Yeah, I can get Mr. Elvin.
Thank you.
Kind of gives you a look, and like there's that moment of recognition that you recognize this to be Cynthia. She didn't work here when you left. Was a few years younger, but seems to have taken up a job here. And she kind of looks contested internally at your arrival before she walks off a bit. A moment later, you hear a voice go, "What?" And the door slams, like, goof, 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 goof. You see coming around the corner, a man in his mid to late 40s, kind of dirty blonde hair, kind of pushed to one side. He has kind of a scraggly beard across his chin, just kind of like a thick chin strap beard. Handsome in a rugged sort of way, wearing just a simple button-up shirt, sleeves rolled up past the elbows, and he's kind of wiping off some dirt from his hands as he steps out and kind of looks over at your troop before he immediately locks eyes with you.
Hi, Dad.
Imogen, brings you around here today.
We need to talk.
A lot of folks know you're around here.
Only the ones that saw me come in.
All right. Cynthia, take your afternoon. She kind of like nods and kind of gives you a little smile and acknowledgement, and then walks off and begins taking her jacket on and heading off to her day. He goes ahead and looks at the rest of you. These your
my friends, yeah.
Friends, all right.
Best friends.
Motley crew you got these days.
Thank you.
We try.
What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Mom.
I'll fan out and just give a little bit of space. Move to the edges of the barn.
Really quickly, just go over, walk by, and just tap FCG on the shoulder. And whatever happens, one way or the other, I don't want you to feel responsible, and keep going, and just keep an eye out on everything. Anything.
If this doesn't go well, I'm gonna kill all of you.
That's a problem. He as you say that, he sighs a bit and he steps over and grabs two stools nearby and kind of like tosses one your direction. Sits under himself and kind of.
I catch it with telekinesis and set it on the ground.
He nods.
Cool.
Do you want us to leave? Okay.
I got nothing to hide.
So, what do you want to know about your mother?
Wow. Actually gonna talk.
I always knew this was going to come around someday or other. Especially after the way you left.
Why didn't you tell me she was alive?
Thought it was easier than you knowing the truth.
When did her powers start showing up?
I don't know. Part of me thinks she always had him by the time we met, and she just kept it from me this whole time. She didn't tell me about it. I think she was, I don't know, shamed, scared.
What happened? Why'd she leave?
I guess the mystery of her gift was stronger than life we began to build. Huh?
That's it. There was no catalyst. There was no moment. She just wanted to know.
Kind of reaches back and pulls a scarf out of his pocket and kind of wipes his forehead and face a little bit before kind of wringing a bit in his hands. And shortly after we had you, about a year or two, said she kept having dreams and was afraid that you were gonna follow in her footsteps. I asked her what that meant. It's a lot to take in at once. I think you know someone. There's a whole part of their life that they just keeping a secret from you. I was angry. Still angry. But you know, a little part of me wants to believe she was just doing it to protect you. Maybe trying to either not hurt you or find out what this is so she can stop it or get rid of it. That's what I hoped. But you know, after about 10 years, you just kind of stop hoping. Move on with your life. Besides, I had you at that point to take care of.
Daddy, you could have given me some warning.
You know, I kind of hoped if I didn't say anything, it wouldn't.
She's tied up in some really bad stuff. I think the people she was most afraid of have kind of pulled her in. From everything I can gather, she wants to fight it, but she knows she's not strong enough, you know? And what we're trying to do, we're trying to help her fight it. It could get real bad. I don't know what I'm searching for. I guess I'm looking for something. I don't even know her. I have no way to pull her back. Does that make sense?
More than you know.
I know I left in a very troublesome way. But I haven't asked anything of you, Daddy, not in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you can give us, anything that would help break her or bring her back or any information? Like a scent that she loved or a song that she loved or...
Make a persuasion check.
You got
I don't think it works. I'm
gonna say casting a guidance spell in the middle of this conversation is
work.
probably a little.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It almost was awesome, but it dropped to 12.
12. Haven't seen her in near 20 years. I couldn't even begin to tell you what she's like. Only how she was.
What was she like?
She was sweet. She was smart. She was strong-willed. That's why I liked her. There's always a part of me that felt like maybe she knew she didn't belong here as much as she tried. Maybe there's a part of me that always thought that when she eventually figured that out, we'd both go together, but... different worlds. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you happen to have any of her things? Did you keep anything of hers by chance? A little box.
Why would that be your business?
It's definitely not. I totally understand. But we're kind of dealing with, like an end of the world situation. So I think whether it's my business or not is, do you have anything?
I'll just rolling here, pulling my leg and trying to bring up such delightfully painful scars.
You think I would come in here for no reason? These aren't tall tales.
We wish it were.
Something's happening, and Mama's involved.
You going to help her?
I'm trying to help her find a path back. I think she's lost. She's struggling.
He looks past you a little bit and looks out towards the city streets, beyond the estate grounds. And bites his lower lip for a second. And he gets up, kind of kicks his boot a bit on the side of one of the stable doors and just walks out of the stable.
Get up and I start walking after him. But as I do, I look around. Do I see Flora in her stable?
You do.
I'm just gonna walk up and nuzzle her. And then keep going.
As they go upstairs, did he originally come from an area that was downstairs? Because as I moved to the edge, I was going to go wherever he originally was and just peep around.
Okay. Well, no, he exited the stable, like out back towards kind of the grounds. Okay. So he arrived from one of the other, like further in the stables. He was doing the work, like an office or a building or anything.
Not an office.
No. Okay. The rest of you follow suit?
We're taking our cues.
Is he going home?
Yeah,
I'll just
go.
We'll just stay here.
All right. We'll pet Flora.
Hey, Fight.
I'm just gonna braid Flora's mane and just put ribbons on it. Make her look real fun.
Okay.
I don't go near the horse. We don't get along.
Oh.
I'm just gonna keep an eye.
Okay.
Worm's gonna lean on the door and actually watch him.
Okay.
Imagine and Dad.
Right. Well, he leaves the estate grounds.
Oh.
He's going home.
He's heading to home.
Maybe he's trying
We'll
to
come
go
with.
find
We'll
Yeah,
come with.
yeah.
We'll come
I'll
with.
just send that message on
Okay.
to Laudna as we're walking away. You might want to follow him.
Do you think he's like, oh, I'm gonna go get our wedding bands or something like that? Do you know?
I don't know where he's. I mean, I hope he's helping. It seems like he is.
He must have had some good memories with her and some special moments that.
Oh yeah.
Eventually leads you to the The grass fields here and the Durrani fields that surround your homestead. Almost just like you left it, and just like you've stood there through all those dreams.
This is fucked.
The grass swaying in the breeze, the nearby trees gently taking the wind through them.
I look up at the sky, almost like I'm gonna wake up from a dream. It's gonna turn anytime.
It's mostly blue. Bits of broken gray clouds as they gather further southward towards the Shadow's throne center in the capital. But no storm.
Say out loud. Run. I'm gonna turn.
And there's the farmhouse where you expected. Your father just stepping into the front door. The rest of you kind of approaching, from a distance if you wish to. You come back to your home and it's as you remember it, if a little more bare. Looks like he hasn't needed as much furniture as of late. Got rid of a couple chairs. But it's welcoming. Comfortable. You hear some rummaging in a back room. He comes around the corner with a small, looks like a square box. He kind of opens it up and pulls out this little chain. This little silver chain with what looks to be an oval-shaped locket at the end. Tosses it to you.
Open it up.
Open it up. And it has a fingerprint pressed into metal. A very, very tiny fingerprint. And it says written in it in handwriting, like someone else written into this like soft metal. The better halves become a better whole.
Boo.
He just kind of looks at you as you kind of look at it. And whatever trouble she's gotten into, don't get yourself too far into this trouble either.
Thank you.
And your friends probably shouldn't stay too long. Some folks around here that don't have the fondest memories of your exit.
Are they okay?
They got better, but the tales have certainly grown with time, and at a certain point they just stopped listening to me. He approaches it, kind of stands right before you, looking a little awkward. You knew him. He was never the master of parental affection.
In his head, he's gonna hear, "I never want you to be afraid of me, Daddy."
Me neither. Good luck. Like pats you on the shoulder. That gulf still sits between you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tell her. He just turns and goes back in the room and closes the door.
I'll head back to the group.
There's a lot to Imogen. I'm sorry.
No, he helped. He helped us.
What is that?
It's a locket. I think my mama... I think she wore it. Or... it was made when I was born, maybe.
Is that your fingerprint?
I think it is.
This one.
Can you imagine?
I bet you were the cutest little baby.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm glad we came. Thank you. I'm glad we came. We should get to the ship.
I'll send a message to tell him where we are.
Yeah.
As you
steal Flora while we're here.
We could probably fit Flora on the ship.
No, Flora will take. They'll take better care of her here than we would on a ship.
Ride Flora into the battle.
I don't want Flora dying in that battle.
I told you these other horses.
You do.
This is what a horse looks like.
Jenny walks out of the barn, his chin's red, his arms red. He's like, I'm sorry.
You killed
You shouldn't have left me alone.
As you go to like turn and look, the sky ship is descending on the southern outskirts of town, and this is.
We should probably head that way.
There is not a skyport in this
Yeah,
farm
it's
village,
kind of
and it is gathering attention.
I think this may go well.
Yeah.
Let's go. There's
Go
nothing.
get on that ship.
Let's go make a scene.
Ooh, yes.
Councilwoman Timolt, after you.
Dun dun dun.
You gonna be cool?
Yes.
Keep the hood down. Maybe.
Put your head up high.
Yeah, you fucking show him
Not
what's
too
up.
high, it'll pop off.
Shit.
I'm good. I'm good.
Now.
We got you. If they twitch, they will be on the ground
I don't
so
think they'll mess
fast.
with us.
Look at you walk this place like a runway.
Yeah.
These are your streets.
So do you wind around the town or step through the main thoroughfare?
We'll just fucking go straight to the ship.
Okay. Going through the main street, through the Windstep Marketplace, most folks are like whispering and bantering about and gathering and pointing towards the sky ship as it's approaching. Having grown up here, you've heard stories, and in the very far distance can see the shapes moving through from the various trade routes, but the occasional one heading towards the top of the mountains to the south, where Svargus sits. But nary one ever stopped near this village, so everyone is definitely gathered and focused on this, which at first means you wade into this town without much anyone paying attention. But once if you do, the whispers begin to change, and the energy begins to grow. Some of it fear and surprise, some of it just general excitement, but all eyes are now on you as you begin to step towards this massive arcane beauty. The silver sun eventually lowering the broomstone, still humming with energy, till it comes to rest in the center of the exterior field, just beyond the main gates of the village. There you see all manner of members of this town. Some you don't recognize, but many, many you do, many you grew up with. And all faces seem to be a mixture of awe and surprise, the occasional glance of disdain, but this combination of appearance back to back seems to have most people left stunned and kind of unable to emote beyond just taking it in.
I shoot an unsettling presence to that first person that gives us the stink eye.
Let's go.
Cool.
Number one, but yes. A slight dark trickle down the side of their pant leg. This older, crotchety man who you haven't seen before. He's just like all the campaigns still against the elderly. But there you see, kind of rushing to the front of the ship, Captain Xandus. Their horns outright, their arms up, with their coat kind of billowing behind as the breeze puts through, and they go, "Hello there, all you great people. There's no, you don't get the bumpkins to see such a great display like this, but this is the Silver Sun, one of the great esteemed sky ships to wander all of Exandria, here to bestow upon you a majestic entrance to Bell's Hells. Right here, these fine people that we gotta go, right? We're going to places?
We gotta go.
All right.
We've got to get back to the
This way, Councilwoman,
Oh, I'm
after
gonna
you.
wait till everybody else gets up on the.
I just like brush off the steps to make sure they're clear.
I'm gonna wait till everybody gets up the steps before I. Is the ship landed, or is it?
It's landed currently in the dirt, and it seems like the ladders and stepways have been kind of placed down onto the ground.
Levitate.
You heard the councilwoman, you riffraff on board.
Okay, yes, yeah, well, right away.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Magistrate.
Major Domo?
Yes.
I get on board and I bow, waiting for her to come up.
Captain Zanis goes, I am also a king. We're all very important.
We're all royalty.
VIPs.
Nice.
Captain, come on.
This is
I'm just trying to play along besides,
A
you
little
know.
extra.
have fun. All right, I'm going up the stairs.
All right, as soon as everybody's up, I'm just gonna turn back to the crowd. I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna and fly. So I'm gonna raise up and levitate up, and then like back onto the ship while staring at everybody.
You can hear the audible, the gasps just kind of pouring through the crowd.
So stupid. What a waste of a spell.
Not at all. That's what this is about. Are you kidding me?
What a terrible.
Go home and you flex.
Yeah.
Are you saying you used a fake thing for the wrong fake thing?
Yep.
So we ready to go?
Yeah, so we can get out of
Fuck this town.
We might need to double time it.
I'll do my best. There's sort of, you know,
I know.
boundaries to what we can do, but we'll push the guns, huh? All right. Goodbye, bumpkins. Have a good day. Bring up the leathers. The crew pulls up the extras. All the broomstones begin to fill with energy, begin to glow brightly, and the sky ship picks up off of the field, does one big circular pass over the town at a low angle to just kind of harry the townsfolk one more time before shifting back the northward direction
DS9 spin.
towards where are we going?
Hellcatch.
Oh, great! Perfect!
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna put
As the crow
the locket
flies.
on as we're taking off.
All right. As you go ahead and clip the locket around your neck, the wind blowing through your hair, the dappled clouds kind of visible in the distance with the growing kind of gray storm that awaits you over the distant Hellcatch, past the mountain ranges on the outside of the southern regions of Marquet. You gather and steel your minds and selves for whatever lay ahead. And you swear as you look towards the sky in front of you. This faint visual kind of aurora is just barely visible in the sky.
Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to finish this episode right there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Attack of the ozone.
Oh my god.
I enjoyed that.
Ooh, that gave me goosebumps.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah.
That's
Break it.
so sweet. I want that locket. For real, for real.
Well, hell, when your birthday comes, we'll see what we can do.
Nothing like a D&D prop for your
Very cool.
I mean, yeah.
Very cool.
Not kidding.
Hey, he wasn't a total dick fuck.
He was.
He wasn't great.
I mean,
I said a
he was
total dick.
He was
That's
a
true.
mustache twirling Disney
He
villain.
was human.
He was a.
Yeah.
He was
He was
a
a
human.
wank hump.
He was a.
It's literally human.
Yeah.
I was aiming for.
Literally human. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll pick up from there next week as you head towards the Hellcatch with 11 days before the solstice. 11 days! 11 days! Yeah, still questions to answer, people to contact. You have quite a few days of travel to figure out what you want to do, what you want to find, who you want to call, who you want to gather, and see whatever lies before you.
At dawn we plan.
At dawn we plan. Hell yeah. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you soon enough. We love you very much, and is it Thursday yet? Good night.